All right. Well, welcome back for a actual 4-hour long session of Tomb Annihilation. It's been, 2 weeks?
3
Something
since
like
we played
that.
Tomb of Annihilation, I think.
Okay. Well, we're going to be doing a full 4 hours because everybody hates me.
Because reasons.
Yeah, raisins. So, to cover where we left off 3 weeks ago, the guys had just gotten to Hisari and looked around and made camp for that evening, deciding that it was late in the evening and that their friend Aaron was going to be back in the morning to help guide them to Kir Sabal and possibly have a conversation with the royal family. That night, Benning laid down his standard alarm spell, neglecting the fact that there are 4 sides to their environment, thinking a ruined structure behind them would give them adequate cover. Turns out there was a pair of assassin vines sitting up there, waiting for them to make camp. So, as they went through their evening, freaking Taven got choked out by the assassin's vines and almost died. He got about halfway down there. Everybody else was a little confused at what was going on because, well, things happen when you're asleep. And
Dude,
Taven
plants
can
were
fly.
attacking us. That's confusing.
But one of the interesting things that happened was Kaziri threw himself at a plant.
I eat plants. They don't eat me.
But Kaziri's Armor of Agathis and then throwing himself at it did do damage to a plant, so that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Every tiefling has its thorn.
So, after that, they started making their way in the morning with Aaron's help to Kir Sabal. Almost got lost a couple times. Aaron came back around and pointed them back in the right direction and kind of had one of those what the fuck moments. About 3/4 of the way there, they encountered a mischievous force that was playing pranks on them throughout their day's travel, dropping stuff off their belts, releasing coin purses, poking and prodding them, and, well, they believed it was each other until Benning cast a detect magic spell and found that there was a magical presence moving around them. Basically what ended up happening with that was it flew into his coat. He tried casting Shocking Grasp on it, missed, but the magical presence ended up biting him in the nipple.
Also shocked Kaziri.
Yeah.
It's true. There's a galvanic burn somewhere on his chest.
The magical presence turned out to be a mischievous little dragon fairy that was willing to help the party if they were in good spirits and answer originally only 3 questions. Due to the party's interactions with each other and almost suffocating Kaziri and excessive hand-licking, they got a 4th question. So they learned some valuable information about
How to
where
read maps.
where the death curse is located, in the general area of it, where exactly it's located. They did ask how to damage it, but Dragon Fairy had no logical knowledge of it, so he told them how to damage it, and they got a 4th question with their interactions, and luckily that gave them some extra information after one was burned asking, hey, can you teach me to read maps? So now Kaziri gets a +3 to reading maps.
First off, I don't think that's burning a question at all. We gained valuable information that day.
That you can identify exactly where you're at so you can never get lost, but it doesn't prevent you from getting lost in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
After that, they made it to Kir Sabal, and they were trying to negotiate getting flight up to the top so they didn't have to navigate the cliffs. But the leader of the monastery up top said that they had to prove their worth by being able to climb up, because if they fell off, well, then they're obviously not worthy to be at the monastery. So they were making their way up, and Kaziri, on numerous occasions, used his immovable rod to prevent himself from taking fall damage. And he made it to the top looking the best out of everybody. And that's where we left off, the party making it to the top of Kir Sabal and standing on the edge of a cliff looking very, very ragged.
Oh, hey, nice of you guys to join me. Look, before we go in there, there's something I want to ask you guys. Especially you, Geth, because you remember the Bath and Body Works incident. Me and talking to people in this island tends not to go well. Shocking, I know, but tends not to go well. I think I have a con that will help me not talk to them. Oh, you want me to tell you what the con is? Oh,
That would help. Yeah.
That'd be nice.
yeah. I am nobility, and in this, I am actually on a vow of silence so I can learn how to listen better, therefore I can govern better. And you guys are the voice of the voiceless. So I'll make like a gesture or something, and I'll just nod, and then you just describe what it means. And that's how we move the conversation.
I'm up for any plan where you don't talk.
Me too, because it turns out everybody here hates me.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Now that we're up at the top, I remember you saying something about from the bottom. I could see that there was another one of those sort of like inscriptions, similar to the one that was on the statue out in the middle of the jungle that I learned that spell off of.
Yep.
Is the map accurate? Is it that high up and that big?
Yep. Map is accurate.
Can I take out another piece of parchment and try to like make a sketch of it or whatever? Try to see if I can learn a spell from this one too.
So, fair warning that you have some places that you have to get through before you can get up there. So you can't just go traipsing up there.
I thought we made it up.
Yeah, you made it to down here at the very lowest level.
Wait, where's that?
You didn't make it down here.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys didn't make it all the way up to the entrance to the monastery yet. You guys just made it up off the cliff face onto stable footing.
Oh. Well
Okay.
then.
Well, that's worth it. Just
So, if you want to know what you're looking at the bottom there, you're looking at dwellings. They aren't all identical, but they're pretty much just stone masonry and spackle put together. As you walk past them, there's about 2 to 4 Arakocra existing within the buildings. It's about 2 or 3 levels tall on average. And, you know, they don't really have to lock their doors because they're this high up. Most of them don't even have doors. So they're just kind of squalor, you know, not horribly run down, but not exceptionally maintained buildings.
Do the people here like live in filth, or is it just typical sort of modest living for people living in a monastery?
Typical modest living.
All right. I was a little thrown when he said squalor.
Hey, Kaziri. Okay, never mind. Let's keep going.
So like, can we see that up ahead we've got more of this stupid jumping and climbing and immovable riding to do?
No, those have already been essentially covered by a means for you guys to travel at this point.
Oh, I see. So the trial is actually completed. It's just we
Yeah.
now need to make our way up.
Yep.
All right.
So as you guys have, you know, finally made it up there, of course, Aaron lands and, you know, welcomes you guys to Kir Sabal and says, "Welcome, Kir Sabal. Teacher is patiently awaiting your arrival. It is expected that you follow all traditions and help out with daily chores for your extended stay here."
Are we going to be like assigned chores, or is that like something we'd have to see a need, fill a need kind of thing?
Based off of skill, and if you piss teacher off, maybe assigned, maybe see a need, fill a need.
Because I could start fires. I can like go around, light the braziers. I'm pretty good at that.
nice robot reference, by the way.
But it is expected that you cleanse yourself before proceeding further up to the monastery. That nicer looking building up there, labeled number 2 for you guys,
Uh,
is the cleansing chambers.
Actually, we can't see the numbers.
Well,
Just FYI.
oh yeah, they're on mine. But it's this one right here. That is number 2.
Oh, okay. The first, like, double-leveled building.
Yep. So,
What does this ritual sort of entail before we start?
for Arakokra, it is a washing of one's self and sprinkling with powdered chalk and gold dust.
So that's how you Aarakocra do it. What about, like, us, like me and Cloggy here?
Expected that you follow same tradition.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah.
So, what you see, lower chamber contains a wash basin for performing ablutions, and smaller vessels of salt, powdered chalk, and gold dust for sprinkling onto one's feathers or person before entering the monastery. On the upper level there is a chamber that contains a wooden case with shelves of candles and headscarves for visitors to the monastery. At the east end of the chamber is a 5-foot-tall wooden statue with flowers and offerings placed at its feet. The statue is obviously very old, and it's worn almost smooth by thousands of hands brushing against it. So it's impossible to determine what it originally portrayed. So if you guys want a better view of that room, I can give it to you, unless you're content.
I think it's alright. Kaziri's giving us the old thumbs up. Kaziri, my lord, you're not really expecting us to bathe you, are you? I think it'd be in poor taste for us to do it for you.
Are we going to be allowed to don our current equipment again?
He, gives you guys a quick once over. As long as you cause no trouble, equipment is no problem.
Okay. I want to leave it anywhere.
It's a good questioning, Cloggy.
All right. So that leads, he in turn, surprisingly, leads you through the upper floor up to the main structure there, which is, that one I'll actually move you guys to here when I get the chance, if it'll cooperate. There we go.
Is the powder and gold flake mixture like pre-mixed, or is it like possible to like kind of overkill it on one or the other?
It's possible to overkill it.
Hey, it's the same symbol.
Yep.
Do I recognize it to be the same symbol?
I don't know. Roll a investigation check for me.
11.
It looks very similar. Might be the same.
Starting off strong.
So, here's the monastery. 6 Aarakocra inhabit the monastery, actively living there as monks, while in the monastery they wear prayer beads, necklaces, and paint labyrinthian patterns on their beaks, hands, and feet. A large circular labyrinth symbol of the I can't speak right now. Their god is painted on the face of this building, but it can't be seen from anywhere in Kir Sabal. It's visibly only from the air or the ground directly below. So, first room you enter here is refectory. The entrance hall of the monastery is also the dining chamber. The Aarakocra monks take their meals here, but it is also where meetings take place. There are backless benches and stools for seats to accommodate the Aarakocra's wings, and each table can seat approximately 20.
Is Aaron still around?
Yeah, he's still there.
I suppose really other than gawking aimlessly, we should probably head straight to teacher and go from there.
Decision is yours. You are welcome in Kir Sabal as long as you cause no trouble.
I give a quick look at Kaziri.
put these guys in here for you at the very least, because I thought I did it already. But there's some Aarakocra for you. Are there any other locations in here that you would like to know about?
So you said that in the chamber that we're in right now with these staircases, there's also tables to eat at?
Yeah, they're pushed off to the sides. Mostly off to the right-hand side here.
Okay.
As I'm looking around here, obviously reflecting on the monastery, is there anything like big and/or shiny and/or valuable that's on display?
Let's see here.
I'm just casing the joint. I'm not taking anything.
Let me flip through here real fast. Let's see here. Make a perception check for me, actually.
This is going to be terrible. Perceiving. It's a 17.
Well, it doesn't look like there's much of real-world valuable stuff here. There are very nice flowers and shells and some beads draped around the statue that exists here in a, upstairs that you guys would have had access to because it's pretty much an open space to wander, which would be this room up here. But nothing of real-world value.
Can I make can I attempt it this time to make a sketch of the that labyrinthian symbol that's all over everything in here?
You can certainly try.
I'll take as much time as it needs. I'll if I can, I'd like to take 20 on it.
Okay. Yeah, go for it. As you run the length of the next 15-20 minutes to do so, you get a lot of really weird looks and some whispers in the avian language. But that's about it. But as you do this, you see a older Aarakocra come into the room, and seems like she is very revered, and everybody is paying her homage as almost she's like a living god to them.
Can I see what sort of gesture of piety they're making? I'd like to do the same.
It's just a general kind of bow.
Alright. Is she coming at us?
I have issues with wife lady now. She is essentially standing right there.
And just watching us?
Yeah, just watching you guys at the moment. But even
I'll bow.
Aaron is bowing the same. So let's move her there. Kaziri is getting a very quizzical look from her at the moment. What about the rest of the party? What are you guys doing?
I will bow respectfully as well.
Okay.
I have no awareness of what's happening and kind of look around and then do what they do.
Oh, shit.
Oh, wait, what are we doing?
It's like when you're at a sporting event, you're like, oh, shit, that's right, the national anthem. Fuck.
Yeah.
So, that is, as Aaron explains, that is a shard. Man, I'm having trouble speaking. A shara.
Said a shard.
Yeah, shara. It is a shara, and that is also the individual known as teacher.
He says that her name is Ashara.
Mm-hmm. And she is the essentially leader of this monastery. What would you guys like to do?
Take notes.
Not speak.
Look around quizzically.
I look at Kaziri like he's supposed to make a gesture or something.
He is. He's being Rodan's thinker right now.
I
do
don't know how to
need
translate that.
Cloggy to make a perception check for me, though, since he's looking around quizzically.
14.
Well, luckily that's good enough. So, you, out of the corner of your eye, catch something that is odd for this place and the sheer volume of Arakokra. Walking past behind Ashara, you see a young-looking female human. Chalton, based off of skin color and, general appearance.
I don't recognize her at all.
Well, they have this air of nobility about them, in a sense, in the way they're carrying themselves, and pay you all no mind.
Okay.
I kneel harder.
While still bowing, pick my head up to look at Ashara and say that we are adventurers from the mainland here to attempt to remove the death curse from the island and the rest of Faerun. We come here seeking wisdom and knowledge. Then I put my head back down.
Well, welcome to Kir Sabal, the ancient roost of my people. You are welcome to stay in safety for as long as you like, but you must respect our traditions, our ways, and do nothing to interfere with them. By doing so, you are more than welcome to take part in any ceremonies, food, supplies, or items that we have for communal use. Do anything to violate our laws, our traditions, or our regulations, and you will find that it is a very long drop off of this cliff. But you are more than welcome to stay.
You have a question, my lord?
A lady? One dancer on the wind.
What even is that?
This is gonna go so well.
Oh, by the way, I'm not the official translator.
So, Cloggy, because you've already decided to be looking around, as soon as Shara hears the word "my lord," you see her turn real sharp down the path where you saw the young female human go, and hurriedly make a motion for her to get out. You don't see the female, but there is that kind of motion of you need to leave now.
Is it possible for me to convey any of this information to, I believe that is Benning standing next to me, without drawing attention to the fact that I am giving away this information?
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to whisper it to him.
All right. Hey, Kaziri. There's some human female chick back there behind the bird woman. Teacher. Something's going on up there.
One.
What? One word?
Word.
2 syllables.
No words. We are the champions.
There's something upstairs.
So, from the top of the stairs where you see Ashari, she goes, "Is this individual who seems in need of aid your companion, and could he use some aid for his ailments?"
With all due respect, his only ailment is a lack
Ability.
of listening, and so he has taken an oath of silence, a vow of silence, in order to better appreciate a whisper. 2 references.
Nice.
And I heard him be referred to as a lord.
No, actually, that's me. Sorry. I am Benning Chesterton. I am, I suppose, the prince of a noble family in a town called Ravensburg, back in Faerun.
You make a deception check for me.
Right, that's true.
Partially. Not what Kaziri was referred to as, though.
You said deception?
Yeah, with advantage, because it's a partial truth.
Alright, well, let's see if I do any better. Alright, I went from a dirty 20 to a natural 20 for a 22.
And she looks over the group and goes, okay. But you are welcome to spend your time here and explore the grounds as you see fit, and as long as there's no interference, take advantage. And with that, she departs. If it will let me click on her. All right.
Did she go back in that area where that human female was at the time?
Yes.
Yeah, Cloggy, what the hell was that about?
There was some chick walking back there behind her, and she seemed to be pretty haughty. And it was pretty obvious that... What was her name again?
Ashara.
Ashara. Thank you. That Ashara was definitely not wanting her anywhere near her.
That's, interesting.
I don't know if it was because we weren't supposed to see her, or if she wasn't supposed to interact with us.
Could I have whoever wants to make a perception check for me?
Just one person, or whoever wants to?
Whoever wants to.
12?
8.
Wasting all my good rolls before battle happens.
I got a 12. I don't know if you heard me now.
All right. Well,
I got a 10.
seeing as none of you got above a 15.
I did. I got an 18.
Oh, you got an 18.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear you. So Kazir is the only one who hears this, who's taken his vow of silence to not talk around any of these people. That as Ashari walks behind that wall that Cloggy saw this human female go behind, he hears whispers of, "No, you're not allowed to interact them. No, I don't care. You need to leave them alone."
Your eyes.
I do appear to be sniffing your own finger.
At the conclusion of that, you hear what sounds like a very loud foot being slammed onto the wooden floor in this building, and somebody stomping away.
So what you're telling me is that the Aarakocra put her claw down.
Ass.
Look, in bird culture, that's known as storming off.
Don't you mean ruffled feathers?
I would laugh, but I'm not allowed to talk right now.
I turn to Aaron and ask him, well, if we do really have sort of free roaming rights here, is there a library around that I could go to, and is there somebody who is like the monastery's historian or something like that?
That would be in teacher's quarters, which nobody enters without teacher's permission. She has many books and keeps much of the history.
How do I gain an audience with teacher without upsetting the apple cart as far as your daily rituals go?
She will be back around, but it is late in the evening, so she is probably resting for the evening.
Is there any is there lodging available for us? Firstly,
Yes.
Secondly, is there anything that we can help with before going to bed, if it is in fact that late at night?
Yeah, after your guys' interactions, the cleansing, making it up here, getting your scribbles done, it is starting to approach sunset. Over here to the left, there's a couple rooms set up for you guys that are essentially being used as guest quarters that you're more than welcome to spend your time in. He motions over to the right here and says, well, evening meal has just concluded. Any help cleaning up would be appreciated.
I take Kaziri with me to clean up. That way he can eat whatever scraps are left.
Yeah, I'll go too. I'm not a real big fan of menial labor, but I'm also not a fan of falling. So.
Yeah, well, aren't you a soldier? Shouldn't you be used to menial labor when you're not murdering people?
Doesn't mean you ever enjoy it.
No.
That's fair.
It's only a 600-foot fall at this point where you guys are at.
And none of us know Featherfall.
All right, so anything else you guys would like to do before bedding down for the night? Look around at all?
I will, once everything's cleaned up and I get my scraps, I will sit in the room and pretend to meditate, because that's something I think rich people do.
I guess for my sake, I'd like to sort of, while I'm helping out, keep my eyes peeled, make a sort of get a lay of the land as far as the eating area, the dining area, and then sort of see where the majority of the Aarakocra go. Just sort of figure out how things work around here, since it seems pretty important that we don't get in the way.
Okay, just make a general perception check for me and anybody else who wants to try and get a lay of the land.
General perception.
Nope, I'm meditating.
Yeah, that's a 12. Keep rolling 4s. Oh, sorry. No, 8. Not a 12. An 8.
So you make note that the eating area is, everybody seems to do their part. Some are gathering dishes, some are cleaning off plates, some are sweeping and wiping things down. And it's progressively moving through this monastery area. You see people sweeping, wiping down banisters, just general menial, end-of-day kind of labor, doing cleanup and, just making the place continually presentable. You've seen a couple venture off into that upper floor area where they seem to be going to that statue that you've, meandered past before. Mm-hmm. Seem to be doing their evening prayers and whatever seems to fit, for their time being of what they feel they need to present. They're laying down gifts. They're, meditating, being reverent, just general kind of stuff like that. But off to the left here, in this room, you hear what sounds almost like combat, but it's very ritualized. And stepping into that room, you see that there is one of the monks leading a group of individuals through what appears to be some kind of combat training, perfecting forms, movements, just general slow but deliberate training.
Sorry, in which room?
This one.
Oh, that's how do we get up there?
Long story short, you got to go around and then through the walkway here because of their stupid walls. Man, my computer is struggling today. It'll be easier. I can just move you.
No, it's alright.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Oh, I see now. I think.
You got to go through a walkway. There you go.
Whew.
There's one over there. Why is this thing struggling so bad today?
This is a really restrictive lighted the lighting in this map is like super restrictive.
Yeah. All right. So, but as you see, once all of the chores and prayers and etc. are done, the Aarakocra go back to those lower levels unless they are in the monk garb.
Mm-hmm.
And monks they tend to hang around the temple and, bed down wherever they see fit for the time. It's kind of like a watch thing. But everybody else heads down to the lower levels into those houses and beds down for the night.
The rooms, are they sort of single lodging? The guest rooms they were staying in? Is there enough for everybody?
You can double up in them. Some of them have what appear to be mats laid down versus beds, so you can break up the party however you see fit for bedding down for the night.
I mean, I think that the nobility needs a bodyguard. Who's going to protect me while I'm meditating?
Is that an innuendo for masturbating?
No. Mike, stop being all military for like 5 seconds.
So how would you guys like to split yourselves up?
How many rooms are there?
3.
3 rooms.
I'll volunteer to have a roommate.
I'll stay with Kaziri.
Okay.
Where's did Grundledorf make it up?
Yeah, he's up here.
Okay.
I just haven't moved him at all. He is... Here, I'll just plop him in that room.
Turns out he got sick of Kaziri's antics and said, fuck this, I'm going to go save somewhere else in the Forgotten Realms.
Alright. Any conversations you guys would like to have? Any...
Can they hear me?
I don't think so.
How do you think the con is working?
So far, so good, I think.
Okay. Alright, I realized maybe I should have had some shortcuts here, because I don't think Geth knows a single thing I'm signing.
He does not seem to be well versed in charades.
Yeah. How are we going to get that one person to talk to us? You know, the one that doesn't have wings.
I didn't actually see her. Who is this person?
So Cloggy pointed out to me that there's a human who's not us. Who's not you, staying here, and she seems super important. And then after Shara was done greeting us, they had a bit of a disagreement, and I overheard that she sat there and said, "No means no. You can't talk to the newcomers." So we might have to get a little sneaky to talk to someone, because what if they're the royal family, and they're the ones that can help us dig over the merchant princes? And also, why aren't we just fighting the necromancer now?
First of all, we have to find him.
Good point.
Second of all, I don't think sneaky is a good idea here, because if sneaky doesn't work, that's a long drop with a very, very sudden stop.
I mean, nobody here knows how to turn themselves into birds?
Do you?
No, I thought you did.
Nah.
What gave you that? Wait, I'm not there.
What gave him that the impression is Kaziri's a dumbass. That's why.
I can't really speak to the full capabilities of Geth and Cloggy, but I'm pretty sure that none of us can.
I mean, Geth is made of, like, just water, right? So if they throw him off, he just becomes a puddle and then congeals again, right?
I don't think he's actually made of water.
I was told in school that we were all, like, 70% water, and he controls water, so he has to be, like, higher up, right?
Sure.
Yeah, so he can do the sneaking.
I still think we should maybe just sort of pay our dues and keep our heads down a little bit. Maybe we'll become trusted, and then we won't have to sneak around.
I'm only going with this because it's better than any idea I had, because I'm hearing my ideas now, and they're all objectively terrible. Like, the entire goal was, hey, let's just have me not talk, and I put way too much effort into this.
I wasn't going to say it.
Don't worry, I kind of realized after the fact.
So, anything else you gentlemen would like to do before the night concludes?
We're all just taking a long rest, right?
Yeah. Don't want to set up watch or anything?
I'm going to cast alarm across the door to me and Kaziri's room.
Okay.
Actually, based on how small these rooms are there windows in here?
Yeah.
Ah, fuck it. I'll just cast alarm around the room.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if anybody other than me or Kaziri goes through it, including party members, it's not going to be a loud alarm. I'm going to go with a silent alarm this time, just like a loud ringing in my ears.
Okay.
I'll give Benning the betting, because it's just fun to say, betting for Benning. And I'll just slump over in the corner and just kind of take myself a little thieves nap.
Works for me. But
Also, it seems closer to the fire, so I'll be a little bit warmer. And everybody knows tieflings constantly run at a slight fever.
since there's not a good map for this, I got to make some altercations. But as you guys are working on getting yourselves a decent night's sleep, Kaziri hears a voice chime into his head. It's not one that he has heard before, or is really familiar with, but it says, "We need to meet. I need to have a conversation with you. If you get the chance, head up to the living quarters, up higher in the monastery, but before teacher's room."
How do I know you're not just going to throw me out of the building?
You don't. I like your inquisitive nature. And that's where the message cuts off.
How deep asleep does Benning look right now?
Make a perception check just to see how sleepy he appears.
Holy shit. Natural 20 plus 1.
Well, seeing as
I'm
it's
wasting all these good rolls on looking at things.
it's been a few hours, and you guys, this is really the first sense of hospitality and safe harbor you guys have come across within the jungle to sleep. He seems pretty far out.
Zonked.
Do I wake him up? She asked for me, but if I wake him up and he goes and they catch both of us, well, then he gets thrown out of the window as well. And I just walk out of the room.
All right. As you do that, you make your way up to.
And I'm doing this as like sliding down everything, kind of like Fred from Big Hero 6. I'm just not singing a song about us right now.
Well, as you do this, you make it up to this room up here. Leave it all pink for me. There. And you do see an Arakokra by the door here. There you go. But it's one of the monks, and he seems very, very passed out, but I do need you to make a stealth check for me.
And that brings us back down to Earth. 5 plus my stealth, which is 4, 9.
Well, he seems like he is very well passed out as well, and they're not used to having people sneaking around, so he stays asleep, but it's iffy when you sneak past him if he will continue to stay that way on your route back.
I mean, how many bird nests do I trample on as I go through this room?
None. It's a fairly clean and organized room because it's, a training room. But I need to move you down to the lower right-hand corner here, so bear with me.
Ah!
I don't know why this thing is struggling so hard today.
I'm
right.
falling! Ah!
So that puts you right there. And you need to go to that layer. Alright. So, as Jay approaches the building...
I'm not here, Kaziri is.
Oh yeah, Kaziri. It is...
Jay would never do this. Kaziri
between
totally would.
The monastery and the elder's house, which is the one further up the cliff, is a dwelling similar to those described in the lower area. However, this house is furnished for humans belonging to someone you don't know, and is much finer than the others. Seems much more taken care of.
I don't think he realized that you were knocking on the door.
So, from within the house, you hear, "Come in."
I don't know if it's a sliding door or not.
It opens up all the same. So before you, you see a 17-year-old human female, very well dressed. Seems actually highly out of place for this temple, this monastery, and the fact that the majority of it is Arakokra.
Wait, you said she's 17?
Mm-hmm.
That means her character and my character are exactly the same age.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. This can only go terribly.
She saw the cute tiefling boy.
Yep.
Yep.
I've had this plan for like 2 months now.
Yeah, this isn't going to be weird at all.
It's written into the module, which is the funny part.
I think as a DM,
this
I'm
isn't gonna be-
required to flirt with a player.
Yeah.
This isn't going to be reliving my high school experiences at all.
She's staring at you as you open the door and goes, "Well, I invited you here. Aren't you going to introduce yourself?"
I'm still committing to the bit.
I know you're not mute. You might as well give it up now. Or I could just launch you off the cliff all the same.
God damn, it's a vow of silence. I'm not disabled. There's a fucking difference. I guess there's no fooling you. I'm not disabled. I'm just taking a vow of silence. My name is the patron saint of well, people, Kaziri Turbiton.
Well, nice to meet you. I am Mwaxanari. I am the oldest and rightful heir of Chult. I am one of 2 last living descendants of the royal family.
So when you say rightful, that means somebody is leading Chult and is wrongful.
Well, yes,
Is that
those
the word?
foul merchant princes.
Is wrongful the right word for that?
It works in this situation. And as for you thinking that your vow of silence doesn't pertain to telepathic communication, that's pretty foolish.
I mean, I was just thinking things.
Mm-hmm.
You're telling me with the vow of silence I'm not allowed to think? Actually, that'd be pretty good for the country.
Well, it's a form of communication, isn't it?
Look, stop wrinkling my brain. Just... What, if I may ask, if I may be so forward, why am I here?
Well, you striked my interest. It's been a while since I've seen something other than an Arakocra, and you seem to have the fire befitting a future king.
Okay, first off, if that's a tiefling joke, I want to let you know that's very racist. If it's not, I don't understand what you're talking about.
Why else do you think I would invite you here? I'm surrounded by Arakocra, and I need a king, and you seem to fit the bill.
Wait, you're telling me that I could take all those merchant princes, and I could punch them in the dicks, and throw them the fuck out of town?
If you're willing to submit yourself to me, yes.
The fuck does that mean?
You are not Chultan by birth, nor by race, so my rule would be rule of law. You would be king in name only.
I mean, I'm not too interested in the whole governing thing. If you haven't noticed, I'm pretty bad at it. I am 100% interested in a revenge story.
I don't need you to govern. I need you to get revenge.
Okay, so we're on the same page here. I just want to tell those merchant princes to fuck off.
Oh, you will do much more than fuck off with them. Hopefully you will be able to slit their throats and reclaim my country for me.
Okay, in my culture, that's what fuck off means. Just so we're clear.
Good to know we're on the same page.
Yeah. Also, about that whole king thing, that kind of turns me into a target. And I've got some other personal goals that I want to accomplish where being a king will be kind of harder. So what if I was just like your, secret assassin kind of thing? I mean, if you want someone to be a king, might I recommend the Aussie dude? He's a lot smarter than I am. He's better at pretending to be something that he's not.
And I'm actually royalty.
Hey, shut up. You're not here.
Nobility, I should say.
I can't have her watching on it while I'm here. I'm running a game.
Well, hear it.
What do you say?
Oh my god, a third person. I'm getting thrown off the roof.
He's getting thrown off the cliff. The Aussie hasn't caught my interest. You have.
But if we're just doing this for appearances,
Oh.
why not the person that actually appears like he can do something?
Because you seem to have a much more interesting demeanor than the kind of sad Aussie man. He submits too readily to Ashara.
What if I told you he's only doing that because he thinks it gets him what he wants?
Doesn't seem fitting for a king, now does it?
I mean, you're telling me to submit, but also not submit at the same time. There's a lot of mixed messages here, and I don't know what's going on.
You submit to me, not others. You get revenge for you and I, and you make the whole world kneel before us.
There's a lot of platitudes here. And I'm also really surprised I correctly used the word platitudes.
Well, I will let you think about it. Now be gone.
Yeah, I can certainly do that.
With that, you feel a mage hand kind of grab your ass.
That was not consented.
All right. So, anything you want to do before the next morning breaks?
I want to go back to my room, and now I'm going to wake up Benning. Hey.
What the get the fuck off me. What are you doing? Go back to your corner. Christ, I was fucking asleep. Ugh.
Hey,
What?
I met the princess lady.
What the fuck? You left the room?
Yeah, she sat there and she used some big old psychic mumbo jumbo that I barely understand.
We
started
fucking
talking
talked about
to me.
this.
Yeah, she came and magically spoke to me, and then she told me, it's like, oh, you magically spoke to me too, so that's breaking your vow of silence. I was like, I don't understand what's going on here. And then she sat there and said, well, why don't I submit to her so that and then I become this magical assassin dude, which I was like, okay, cool, this sounds great. And then you become king. I was like, okay, cool, this doesn't sound great.
Wait. Yeah, hold on, you lost me. Alright. First of all, who is she?
There was this person around my age, human woman, said she was the rightful heir to Cholt, and that the merchant princess kind of dicked her over. And I was like, oh, cool, the merchant princess dicked me
Okay,
over.
alright. Hey, hang on. Getting ahead of yourself again. Did she give you her name?
She did.
And that would be...
DM.
That's a weird name. Waxanari.
Can you spell that?
Mohaka Minari.
Mwaxanare.
Okay.
And I knew how to spell it exactly.
Okay, what is all this about you becoming a king? Like, what is that?
She sat there and said, since I'm not from Cholt,
Uh-huh.
she would sit there, and if I submitted, she would be queen and rule all this stuff, and I'd be king, and I get to do fuck all because I'm not from Cholt, and therefore I just am a figurehead. And I sat there, it's like, well, if you're looking for a figurehead, why don't we sit there and have you talk to the Aussie dude? And then she called you really, really sad. And I said, it was like, oh, well, fuck that. That's my best friend. And
First of all, sad doesn't even begin to cover it. Secondly, look, you seem like you're getting caught up in a bloody coup sort of thing here. And
yeah, exactly that.
if any of this fails, there's at least two parties now that will kill you. Firstly, if the monks here find out about this, you will be thrown off of this place down to the ground, where you will probably die. If you're
I
lucky.
asked that. And she sat there, and she definitely made it seem that if I don't listen to her on this, that's what she's going to do.
But
oh my god, that's what she's going to do.
But then if her regaining her throne, because her family was fucking thrown out of their throne, if the merchant princes somehow manage to survive this, you will be killed. There's really no good way for you in this, because if you participate in this in any way.
But the revenge story.
Look, we will become the heroes of Cholt when we end this death curse, and we can go kill them.
But that's not something heroes do. Heroes don't kill merchants.
Look, I'm just going to say this once. I'm going to say it, we're going to leave it. I never said I was the good guy.
Then
Now,
why?
I'm going back to sleep.
But what do I do?
Do nothing.
That seems like the worst idea.
Right now, you're damned if you do. Maybe survive if you don't.
If that's a tiefling joke, I want to let you know that's racist.
This time it actually wasn't.
And as Benning goes back to sleep, Kaziri is clearly not. It's just mine's racing a mile a minute.
Okay. Well, as morning starts to break, Cloggy and Geth, are you guys sharing a room?
Nope.
All right, who's in a room by themselves is what I want to know.
The both of us, I think.
Well, no, because you guys
Someone's
still
in a room
have.
with Grumble.
I'm currently in a room by myself.
Who picked up Grundle?
Yeah.
Or Grumble.
I
Grumble.
left him outside.
Okay, so you guys are each in a room by yourself. So, I'm actually going to go with Coggy on this. So, about right as sunrise occurs, Coggy, you hear a very loud banging and screeching noise that sounds like somebody trying to imitate one of the Aarakocra coming from your door.
It wasn't me. I promise you it wasn't me.
I think they're the big brothers.
Did we lose Coggy?
No, I'm right here.
Okay.
So what's up?
You got it, Jay.
Yeah, you overheard something that was not an Aarakocra imitate an Aarakocra noise.
Right outside your door.
While it's banging on your door.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Pick up my battle axe and I'm ready to kill whatever's banging on the door. Open it.
Right. So before you see an Aarakocra costume. And it seems like a boy, human in nature, about 6 years of age, and perks up and goes, "Hi, I wanted to introduce myself. I'm Nah."
Name's Nah.
Nah.
Nah, that's right.
Is it just N-A-A-A-A-A-A?
Nope, just N-A. Nah.
Did they forget to write the rest of the name?
That's all it has is Nah.
Well, I'm not interested in talking. Then I close the door.
Okay. Okay, nice to meet you. And goes next door. And Geth, you hear the exact same thing.
Oh, who? Why?
So you got this loud banging and screeching coming from your door. What are you doing?
I mean, it sounds like Geth is not a morning person.
It's not stopping.
Is that a ghost?
No, it's me. Nah. You hear through the door.
So it's a ghost.
No, nah.
I don't need any
So it's
ghost
fire.
friends. I already have one.
With that, you hear it running down the hall, and now it occurs at Kaziri and Benning's door.
Before he gets a chance to knock, I just open the door. I was like, "Dude, the guy's asleep. Don't take another step forward, or you're gonna wake him up." And he hasn't had his coffee yet. He's gonna be really, really mad.
And all you hear is, "You're the one my sister likes!" And he runs away. He screamed this at the top of his lungs.
I sit up.
Oh, hey, buddy!
What did I say
Oh.
about a low profile?
I just opened a door.
With that, he's gone running off.
Oh man! All right. First off, the vengeance story is not on that little kid. He's the innocent. He has to stay alive.
Alright, well, I guess we should probably make an appearance. Still need to try to figure out where the hell the Tomb of the Nine Gods is, so it's whatever. Hopefully we can find out that information before they try to chuck us off of this mountain.
I mean,
Cloggy.
first off, I'm the one getting chucked off this mountain. You guys are largely fine.
Unless Ashara finds out that you went and talked to her.
Okay, first off, you didn't break that law.
And look, we're in Schult. It may not matter.
Just jump
stand,
the other direction.
I stand up, stretch, instinctively cast mage armor on myself, like I do every morning. Head out into the hallway and try to round up Geth and Cloggy.
And I try to do the same thing, and nothing happens, so I just scratch a few times and move on.
Cloggy, can I get you to make a perception check for me?
Absolutely. Oh, that is a critical fail.
All right.
Turns
You
out it's
don't
hard to
hear
see with
anything.
one eye closed.
I need Geth to do the same.
I'm rolling what?
Perception.
My perception is 14.
All right. So you happen to start hearing what sounds like essentially screaming of birds and a bell ringing in an alarmed fashion.
Oh, God damn it, I'm getting thrown off the roof.
So what would you guys like to do?
Screaming birds and a bell.
Yep. I just shuffled you guys over because this is going to happen no matter what you do. I'm just interested to see how you guys do it and where it takes place.
I try to find Cloggy and stand behind him.
Okay. Well, as you guys exit the temple, you see a group of gargoyles flying in from the distance.
Why?
And I need you to roll initiative.
Oh, Jesus.
God damn it. Stay on the table.
That was going to be good, and then it's not.
All right, putting that into the chat.
Hey, you want to roll one of these for me?
Yeah.
4 plus nothing. This is not easy with Freya sitting on me. Alright. So, 9.
Hey, Betty, do you think that these gargoyles came because they know?
Guess, what did you get?
Most assuredly.
14.
Alright. Cloggy?
7.
Alright. Kazir got himself a 9.
This might be the first time I could last.
Here, roll. Okay, sit on the ground, roll. Alright, I'm just gonna go straight 15 for Grundle.
Or it's a 13, actually. If I remember his poor decks well enough.
Yeah, I don't have it pulled up right now.
He's got a minus 2 or 3.
Alright. You campaign! Alright, well, first up is going to be... Yeah, it's a minus 2. Guess.
Alrighty. I'm going to Witch Bolt this guy. This is the closest one.
Yeah, we'll use them when we need them.
Move up there and then Witch Bolt this dude.
Alright.
And 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
And on the right side. Uh, 8 lightning damage.
Okay.
And
What
I don't-
else?
Can I do anything after that?
Up to second level as a bonus action if you want.
Oh no, because I don't want to roll a hit again, so I'm going to stop.
Okay.
Because I'll get the automatic damage next time.
All right. Then Grundle is up. And what's his movement?
25 feet.
All right. And not close enough. What do we got for spells? Yeah, we'll launch a magic missile. So that should be... Those hit automatically, correct?
Yep.
1d4. Here, roll that one.
It's 3 1d4s.
Where'd you put the other one, Frey? Oh, there it is. 2. 5. Roll that one.
Again?
Yep, again. 8 damage. He's
That's
shooting
with,
at that one.
Plus
as well.
3.
That's what I'm going to add right now, so it'd be 11. That's all I got. So next up, Kaziri.
All right. Guess who's going to be doing some force damage? I will start off by sending an Eldritch Blast at this guy right here. Let's see what +7 happens. That is a dirty 20.
That'll hit.
All right, and that should be, if I remember correctly, Eldritch Blast will be 1d10 plus 5.
Ooh.
Thanks to my pact. That will be 13 force damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use Thaumaturgy to send another alarm sound that will just sound like a war bugle going.
Okay.
Did you hear? Well, no. That's not a bugle. It's more like. And that's my
Anything
turn.
else? Okay.
I use my
Yeah.
bonus action to do something stupid.
We got Benning up.
What did Cloggy roll?
7.
Oh, shit. I thought I was going to be last. Alright, are these guys on the ground or in the air?
They're kind of in the air right now.
I mean,
they're about
either
10
is
foot up.
or it isn't.
What?
It either is or is not.
Kind of in the air. I mean, everything's kind of in the air up here at the monastery.
Shut
I mean, like, are they touching the ground or are they flying?
Flying.
Okay.
They're-
I guess I will... Crap. I'll cast Magic Missile
Okay.
at the second level.
Now, which one?
I'm going to shoot 2 bolts each at the front 2 most gargoyles.
Go for it.
So that each can take 2d4 plus 2. So that's 8 damage to the northern one. And then 10 damage to the southern one.
All right.
And then I would like to follow up with...
How much to the southern one?
10.
Okay.
8 to the north, 10 to the south. And then to the one in the south, I'm going to follow up with... actually, the one in the north, I'm going to follow up with a Toll the Dead cantrip. So it needs to make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Roll that one. Mm-hmm. He made it.
Nothing happens. I'm done.
All right.
Is that kind of everyone?
No, stay in here. Cloggy's up.
All right.
Okay, go for it.
I understand these gargoyles are airborne,
Yes.
and are we also floating etherically? Or are
No.
we...
You're ground level.
Okay. Well, since I don't know where I can and can't move to, I'm just going to pull out my bow, and I guess I'll try to hit furthest northern one.
Okay.
That is a 16.
That'll hit.
7 piercing damage.
All right. What else would you like to do?
Now, what is my range?
Bless you.
Thank you.
I also want to try and cast Firebolt at that same one.
All right, go for it.
Nice. 21.
That'll definitely hit.
And that's 4 flame damage, radiant, whatever it is.
4. All right.
4 sizzle damage.
Okay.
And that'll end my turn.
All right. 44. I need to tweak that real fast, which means that the gargoyles are up.
What about Tabin?
Tabin's still down on the ground. You guys never said you brought him up with you.
He can make his own decisions, dude.
He's hanging out with the Triceratops if he's given a choice.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
fine.
that's true.
I agree with that. That's his own decision. I agree with that.
I mean, that's his, new pet, and you made him responsible for it. So,
Very true.
all right. So this first one is gonna fly over here. 10, 15, 20. Take a shot. 5, 10, 15. There. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And you'll go. 45. Okay. Those two at the bottom are going to make attacks at Geth. And they're going to go multi-attack just because. Alright, Freya, roll these two. Yep, roll. Hey, come on. That is a natural 20 and 23. So
I'm sorry, I was muted. Those will both hurt pretty bad.
Alright, so Freya, I need you to roll. What'd you do with the other? These two. Come on, focus. That is going to be 6 slashing and 4 piercing damage.
Okay.
The other one's going to do a multi-attack as well. Freya. Yep, both of them. That is a 10 and a 23 again.
The 23 hits.
Roll. That's going to be 6 piercing damage.
Alrighty.
2 are going to go after Grumble. Multi-attacks as well. Roll. Nope, neither of those are going to hit. Alright. Try again. Go again. Hey, pay attention. One of those is going to hit. Roll that one. And that is 6.
Dad, can I put your measure, please?
Not at the moment, sweetie. To Grumble, and one's going to make a multi-attack at Cloggy. Here you go. Here. Roll both these. Oh, here. Go on. That is a... What is that? 22, and the other one was a 16. Think only one of those hits you, Dan?
Oh, I'm sorry. The 22 hits, yes.
Alright, roll one of these, Frey.
I don't want it.
Okay, roll. That is going to be 8 piercing damage.
Alright.
And that concludes their turn. So we're back to the top there with Geth.
Alright, I'm going to take my lightning damage for 10 on the witch bolted guy.
Okay. Which would be that one.
And I'm about to die, so I need to do something else. I'm gonna recast Witch Bolt at the second level,
Okay.
and I'm gonna use a sorcery point to twin it.
You're going to roll
So I
on the
can-
table.
What?
You're
Okay.
rolling on the table.
That's fine. What did I roll here? 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
And then damage 11.
Okay. I'm assuming on the one you
Wait,
had
no, I get to roll
bolted.
2. Hold on. I'm getting myself confused. Sorry.
No hurry, man.
2d12. So 14 lightning on the first guy.
Okay. You managed to take him out with apparent ease.
And then 9 lightning on the second one.
All right. What's your table roll?
I gotta find my dice. There we go. A 17. So back to that page. "17 is you grow a long beard made of feathers that remains until you sneeze, at which point the feathers explode out from your face."
And cause damage to only gargoyles.
Interesting.
Very important part of that.
All right. Anything else you would like to do?
No.
Well, since these guys came down within reach of you guys, they didn't fly up, we're going to go with Grumble's turn. And he's going to use his Chromatic Warhammer, do acid damage, because raisins. Freya, roll. 16 plus 6. Oh, yeah, that's hitting. So a d8 plus 4. Freya, roll this one. That's 4. And then I need you to roll. You want to keep rolling or no?
Yeah.
Those. 8. 16. 20. Roll one more. That's 21 damage to one of these guys. Which will be this one. And that is spent for the day, and that's what he'll do. So, Kazir's up.
That's like the fourth pronunciation of my name you've had.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. What am I gonna do? I'll send an Eldritch Blast with the gargoyle in melee combat with Cloggy,
Okay.
and +7 will bring it to an 18.
That'll hit.
And D10 plus 5 will bring us to 12 damage.
All right.
And then I'll go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And should Geth drop, I'm preparing the spell with my main action, Spare the Dying. And if he falls unconscious, that's literally there to like pick him up when he falls, so he's not going to have to make death saves. And that's my turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then betting.
All right. I would like to. I'm gonna move. Let's see. 5, 10, 15. Nope, not that one. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yep. I'm gonna stand there, and I'm gonna cast Maximilian's Earthen Grasp. Put the hand right here, and have it try
Okay.
to snag the living gargoyle that's in melee combat with Geth.
Okay.
So it needs to make a strength saving throw.
Yeah, that one freaking. Hold on. All right, well, go pee, Fred. Go in the living room and go pee. Okay. Let me get all these out of here because Fred dumped all my dice in my dice box. That is 8.
8. Alright, so it fails. So it's grabbed by the hand.
Okay.
So it takes 2d6 bludgeoning damage and is restrained for the spell's duration. It's only 4 bludgeoning damage, but it is restrained.
Okay.
And then I would like to cast Toll the Dead at the one that's in melee combat with Cloggy. So that's a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. That is a 6.
Alright, has it been damaged yet? Like, is it still at
Yes.
its maximum hit points?
It is damaged.
Alright, so that's 1d12 damage for 6. 6 more damage to it.
Okay.
And that's it for me.
All right, that means Cloggy's up.
All right, so I'm going to switch over to my battle axe for melee range attack. And does a 10 hit?
A 10 does not hit.
Then I'm going to try to poison spray him.
Okay.
Con saving throw.
Let me get on his page. That is a critical fail.
Nice. Wow, that's pitiful also. 2 poison damage.
Okay.
That's the end of my turn.
All right. Well, we'll start with the restrained one then. He's going to try and break free. So what's the DC he needs to break?
15.
Crap, get in the box. Critical fail. He stays restrained.
Alright.
If anything, he gets a little bit more stuck.
All right. The next one up is going to make a multi-attack at... Oh, geez. Grundle. That is a 20 and a 21. So they're both going to hit. So the bite is going to be doubled. Wow, he got lucky. So that's 4 damage plus... Total of only 7 damage from a multi-attack from that first one. Next one's going to do the same. No and no, both those miss, and the last one's going to take a multi-attack at Cloggy. Will a 9 or a 13 hit?
Nope.
All right.
Added them together.
All right, we're back to the top with Geth.
Alrighty. I'm gonna.
Watch whatever you want, sweetie.
Hey, quick question is, every time that Geth gets hit, does it feel like water's just being thrown off him and his joint just recongeals?
No, it's more like that sweaty guy, and you just get sprayed.
I got 11 lightning on that dude.
Well, you didn't witch bolt the other one.
Is he not?
You killed the one you witch bolted.
I witch bolted both of them.
Oh, you did? My bad. Okay.
Because there's a twin spell.
Ah, I missed that. All right. Yep.
Okay. And he's not dead yet? Yes.
DM.
I'm going to go with yes then. He's alive. And I'm going to poison spray him, Just a Constitution saving throw.
You're on, Mike. All right.
I don't know. Am I around?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, it said my connection got interrupted for some reason.
So what happens when you squeeze your internet cable?
Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. He got a 2.
That's a fail. And 5 poison.
5.
Yes.
Right.
And I'm done.
If it would let me make changes to him. There we go. All right. So, Grundle, he's going to smack at the one he's been smacking at. 10 plus 6, that'll hit. So, I get a D8. Oh, jeez, he only rolled a 1. So that's 5 damage. All right, Kaziri.
All right. Out of the two, don't really have a shot on either of the ones on Grundle, dwarf. The only one I really have a shot with Eldritch Blast is the one engaged with Cloggy, so I'll go firing at him.
Go for it.
That is a 19 plus 7, so I'm assuming that hits.
Oh, yeah.
A 26, and that leads to another 12 force damage.
Okay.
And then once again, same deal. I'm going to prepare, spare the dying in case Geth drops.
Okay.
And that's
Yeah.
my turn.
Means Benning is up.
And I'm going to use the restroom.
All right. With my action, I would like to use the hand to attempt to crush the restrained target. So he's making another strength saving throw.
All right. That is 14 plus 16 total.
All right, he takes 1 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh.
And then I would like to cast Snillic's Snowball Swarm right here. Behind those
Okay.
two gargoyles. And then both of them need to make a dexterity saving throw.
All right. So that is a 17 and a 2.
17 and a 2.
Yep.
The 17 passes, the 2 fails. So the damage total was 14, and the one that passed takes half damage.
All right.
And that's it for me.
All right. That means Cloggy's up.
All right. I'm going to try to melee the one in front of me again.
Okay.
14.
That does not hit.
Okay. Poison spray again then.
All right.
Oh, that's right. You got a non-saving throw.
That is a 13.
13 passes.
Okay.
I turn it over.
Which means gargoyles are up. So this one's going to try and multi-attack at Geth with disadvantage on the attacks. Critical fail on the first one. He swings ungodly wide. And second one is total of 20.
Crap, I can't save that. So yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. So that will be 5 slashing damage.
And I am at 0.
And you are stabilized. As I sit there and I reach right for his arm, which surprisingly doesn't turn into Capri's Sun. I just sit there, it's like, not today, fucker.
So is that like
Why does this music?
I pass my saving throws or what?
So it means you're not making death saving throws. You
Yeah,
are
you
unconscious
are-
but stable.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so the next one is going to make multi-attack at Grundle. So first one misses, second one's going to hit with a 15. That's 4 damage to him. Alright, next one, multi-attacks. Both of those miss, and last one's multi-attacking at Cloggy. And both of those are going to miss. So we're back to the top with Geth, who is stable but unconscious.
So I'm guessing they can't do anything.
You spend your turn flopping around like a fish out of water.
Okay. Alright, that means Grundledorf is up. He's going to attack at the 1. And he's going to miss, so that concludes his turn. Kaziri.
I'm going to use my main action to feed Geth a potion of healing.
Okay.
And let's see how many of those I have in my equipment before. Come on, give me 2 force. Come on, give me 2 force. That was 2 3s, so that will be 8 hit points back. And I am down to 2 of those. And then with my bonus action, I'm going to fire once again at the 1, engage with Cloggy.
Okay, go for it.
That's a 12.
That will not hit.
All right. I was so focused on keeping my friends alive that I couldn't kill my enemies. Ends my turn.
Alright. Then Benning.
Alright, I'm gonna use the earthen grasp to try to crush the gargoyle again.
Okay.
So he needs to make a strength saving throw.
Critical fail.
Alright, he takes 8 bludgeoning damage.
Alright.
And then if he's still alive,
He is.
then I would like to cast Toll the Dead on him, so a wisdom saving throw.
Alright. He rolled a 19.
Fucking bitch. Alright, I'm done.
Cloggy.
Alright, attempt melee once again. I don't think a 12 is going to hit.
No, it will not.
Alright. Poison spray, once again. Con saving throw.
He got a 9.
He does not make that one.
Woohoo.
And he takes, God bless it, 2 poison damage.
Who are you, me?
This is a shit dice day.
Alright, anything else you would like to do?
Throw all my dice away, but I'm not going to do that, so no, I'm done.
Alright. Well, the 1 is going to try and break from his grapple. That is 16 plus 18 total.
Yeah, he is able to no longer be restrained.
Alright, well, that will end his turn because that was his action. The other 2 are going to go after Cloggy. Or not Cloggy, freaking Grumble. One of those attacks is going to hit. That is 4. And the other gargoyle, natural 20 and a dirty 20. So 6, 12, 14 for the natural. And the other one, 4 for the other one. Alright, and the last one's going after Cloggy. How about a dirty 20 and a 19?
Both will hit.
Alright. Well, you got really lucky because I just somehow managed to roll ones for each of those, so it's a total of 6 damage for each attack, or for the combined attacks.
Awesome.
And that ends it. Back to the top.
I'm alive.
It's true. With 8 hit points.
Oh, right. I'm actually hitting people alive.
I mean, you're still prone, I think. I never got a clear answer of where, like, if I kept you from falling down or not.
I'm going to attempt to stand up.
Okay. Takes half your movement, but I mean, luckily they're right there.
Cool. And then I'm going to shocking grasp this guy.
Go for it.
That is a 15 to hit.
That'll just hit.
For 5. Yeah, 5 lightning damage.
All right. What else would you like to do?
And then poison spray him.
Okay. And that is... How about a 13?
That will not quite pass.
Okay.
10 poison.
Damn.
Now, there's a guy who knows how to poison something.
I say, you need to send some of that Cloggy's way.
You reach for poison instead of the pocket sand.
Anything else?
Nope, I'm done.
Remember to breathe. Don't forget to breathe.
Grumble's going to try and attack the one. And he does not hit. So that ends his turn. Kaziri.
Once again, offering support blasts to the one Clog is engaged with. Let's see if I hit this time.
Okay.
Oh my god. Natural.
Sure.
Meow, meow, meow.
That's going to hit.
Jay, I think you got dropped out of the Skype call again.
At the most inopportune time. Says he's still here.
Yeah, it's because Skype kicked me out again.
Yeah.
But yeah, your natural 20 will hit.
And I did a
I-
meow, 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 but you didn't hear it.
And I was talking the entire time about how you guys couldn't hear me. All right, so that's fun. That is 8 times 2 is 16 plus 5, which is 23.
Nice.
Wonderful. Yeah. And then for this one, the blast kind of goes like right through his face, and then there's this big old hole right there, and it kind of floats for a few seconds, and then he just falls, hopefully 600 feet to the rest of the gargoyle's doom.
Yep, and you just hear the stereotypical cartoon whistle before the smash.
Wow, wow.
I look over and I nod thankfully to Kaz, and I give him the
Give him the
symbol
forks.
of the. No, I give him the symbol of the Chang Sing from Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh, nice.
Good job.
Nice. At that point, I'm going to sit there and sidestep a little bit, not getting too far away from Geth, and then I'm going to offer another cantrip if I can.
Mm-hmm.
This one is going to be for my pack boon, Chill Touch. Ranged spell attack to assail it on a hit. 1d8 necrotic damage. It can't regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
Okay.
That is 13.
That will not hit.
All right, then it just blast off. I kind of started off all the good shit early.
Okay. Anything else you would like to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna sit there and come back, and I'm gonna bridge the gap between these two.
Okay.
And I'll sit there as like, and go to the gargoyle. Goes like, ooh, somebody's closer. That's my turn.
All right. Betting's up.
Maximilian's Earthen Grasp attempts to re-grab that bitch-ass fucking gargoyle. It's another strength
Okay.
saving throw.
That is 16.
Fuck. Damn it.
Doesn't work.
No, you avoided it. Alright, then, if that is the case, piss. I ain't got nothing good. I'll cast Toll the Dead at that same fucker.
What's up?
Wisdom saving throw. Toll the dead cantrip at the one it just tried to grab.
Okay. Do I need to roll for that, or is that you?
Wisdom saving throw.
That is 12 plus 0, so 12.
Alright, it fails. And there is 12 necrotic damage.
Alright.
Maxed
He
it
looks
out.
really rough.
Could have been rougher if he'd been grabbed by that damn hand. I'm done.
Okay. Coggy's up.
Alright. Still not actually understanding what I'm seeing on the screen here. Is it possible for me to go over to here without falling off the edge?
Yeah, you can go anywhere you want.
Then I'm going to go there, and I'm going to attempt to melee one in front of me now.
Okay.
I don't think a 9's going to make it.
Nope.
At this point in time, I want to use my action surge and try again.
Go for it.
Oh my god, that's even worse. I'm done.
Okay. Then gargoyles are up. This one that looks like he's on the edge of death is going to go after Geth with a multi-attack.
Damn it! I was trying to provoke him. Fuck.
Great.
Roll. That is going to be a 13 and an 11.
I always forget when AC matches.
Beats it.
Yep. So only one of them hits.
But I'm going to cast Shield as a reaction.
Yeah,
So-
All right. And swings, and right as a magical shield pops up, and the claws rake through the shield, shattering it, but dealing no damage to you. Go
Does
for
he punch himself in the face?
it. No, just
I
swings
do.
wide. All right, next one's going to take a multi-attack at Cloggy, or not Cloggy, at Grumble. One of those is going to hit. 4, 6. Oh, and Grumble is now down.
Because he
And
got a
so-
cantrip for that.
I do have something for that. I really didn't want to use all my potions today, though.
And the other one is going to go after Cloggy now. That is 16 and an 8.
Either.
All right. And then we're back to the
Shit.
top with Geth.
Who is still alive? Let's do the old Shocking Grasp. Which is probably going to miss, because that is an 11.
That misses.
And then Poison Spray.
All right. He rolled a 13. Yep, 14.
14's DC.
Beats it.
Yep, so you're going to deal damage.
6 poison.
You managed to start melting a stone gargoyle.
And then I punch myself in the face.
Grundle is down if you're not doing anything else.
Yep.
All right. He fails his first death saving throw.
Don't worry, guys. I got something for this.
Right. And that will conclude his turn. So then we got Kaziri.
All right, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to just take one finger and put it right on his forehead, and it goes like, nope, no, not you either. And I'm going to cast Spirit of the Dying.
Okay.
And how far out does this porch go?
We'll say about another 30 foot to the east. It's basically a 30-foot area around you guys.
Perfect. I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and let me measure before I make that a final. So there's 10 feet, perfect. And then I'm going to cast my second level spell, At the second level, Arms of Hadar, and that requires a strength saving throw from the 2 gargoyles.
Okay. Let's see what they get. I doubt a 10 and a 6 will do anything.
Both will fail, so they'll take full damage, and they cannot take reactions until their next turn, like until the end of their next turn.
Ooh.
So 3d6 necrotic damage. So that starts off as 6 plus 6, 12 necrotic damage
Okay.
to each of them.
And you kill the southerly one.
Wonderful. And that's my turn.
Okay. Benning.
And also, Grundle's not dead anymore.
Yeah.
He's just unconscious.
Alright, for my turn, I'm going to use my action to move Maximilian's Earthen Grasp to here, at this northern one, to set up potentially for next turn to try to snag it. And then I'm going to cast Magic Missile
All right.
and send all 3 at that motherfucker.
And he cast Ouch.
Let's see, that's 8, 11, 14 damage.
How would you like to do this?
Just like the magic missiles just hit him and it just like takes off big chunks as they're flying through, and it just like head, shoulders explode, and he falls.
Knees and toes.
And then one of the arms of Hadar just like whips it off the fucking ledge.
Team Gargoyle is blasting off again!
All right. So that concludes our combat.
And Maximilian's Earthen
all
Grasp gives him the forks.
And we're all still alive.
Yay!
Ugh, jeez, I burned through so many spells. Christ.
I'm gonna be honest, guys. Dwarvy here doesn't look too great.
Well,
I mean, he
luckily
never
we're-
looked really good.
Luckily, we're in a monastery. Maybe they can give him some medical help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, that was... Geth, by the way, we need to find some more potions.
That is probably a smart idea.
I mean, I have 2 more, but I'm gonna be honest. I feel like it's a big conversation with myself whether or not to use them.
I give my potion of healing to Grumble.
Well, as you're about to administer it, the one of the Aarakocra comes up and essentially waves you off and administers a potion to him to conserve yours. And well, you're at the monastery and you just defended them, so it's the least they could do.
They could have just given us the potion that we weren't going to use.
There's
There's a lot of synergy.
Is that a normal thing here? Gargoyles attack here pretty often? A daily occurrence? This is what we do at mornings?
Who are you asking?
Fucking anybody.
Does anyone have a usual morning gargoyle attack?
There's a lot of this schedule we don't know.
The one that waved you off goes, it's not usual, but it is not uncommon. They come from Omu when our patrols venture too far out, and they and us have a tenuous relationship. If you're not going to be quiet, get out.
Look, I'm being quiet, okay?
I thought you couldn't talk.
It's a vow. He can talk. He's
Yeah.
just not supposed to.
Look, it ended last night at midnight, okay? I've learned to listen. I've mastered the skill. I'm ready to rule.
Okay.
What, you've never heard somebody end their vow of silence before?
Impromptu post-combat, kind of weird, but whatever works.
I
To
mean,
me,
you
it
didn't
feels like
see
the
me
perfect
before
time.
the combat where I said there's like, ooh, today's a great day to talk. I can't wait to help out other people's lives.
But just so you guys know, for that, and the last 2 days, you guys got 500 experience each.
All right.
500s.
But they also, a couple of them grab Grundledorf and take him off to get further medical aid.
I asked one of them as they're walking by, where are you taking him so I can visit him later?
We're gonna take him up to Ashari's domicile. She is our resident healer, and I'm sure she would like to speak with you as well after
Yeah,
you've
actually, I'd
defended
like to
our...
accompany you if I can.
All right.
And I'd like to stay here.
Okay. Anybody else want to go with or stay?
Oh, by the way, I believe a hero's feast is in order. We just fought your enemies, and I'm a bit peckish from that.
So, Kaziri, in your mind, you hear once again
Oh, jeez.
the princess going, "Huh, makings of a true king, I see."
What the fuck is this shit?
You hear a slight chuckle from her, and that's all you get.
If they're offering free healing, I'll go up.
Okay. So if you guys... You're silly, Frey Frey. The top left-ish portion here that says 3 Elders' House is where Ashari is.
Am
I
I
need
there?
to-
Remember, we have dynamic lighting on us, and most of the map is black.
Here, frickin' screw this dynamic lighting crap. They put it in the most inconvenient spots. There.
Am I in the right place?
Up here.
I'm in the wrong map.
And question: where is the eatery?
The eatery
Yeah.
is... Let me move these guys to token log.
Is it mostly birdseed?
No, it's
Grubs.
more of a fruit and vegetable based diet with fish incorporated highly.
Oh fuck yeah, I'm all about that.
Your eatery is... Yep, you found it. There you go.
Yep, I'm eating all of it.
Okay.
Where are we?
Me and Grumble are going to be up in the top right. And I guess Gluggy too, you said he was coming along for free healing.
Oh, there's a spider. Okay, so Ashari is there with somebody you haven't seen before. And that individual stops you at the door, goes, "Why have you come to my master's house?"
Are we behind the Arakokra carrying Grumble?
Yes.
I'm like, that's my best friend.
Oh, you were caught up in the gargoyle attack. All right, carry on. So they bring Grumble up to Ashari, and she starts casting spells on him and applying medicinal herbs and so on and so forth. And he seems like he's pretty stabilized, and she just goes, he's going to need to rest for a while, but he'll be all right. And she proceeds to do the same with all of you. And let's see here. What do you guys get for hit points? Just because I'm going to make up some arbitrary number. Let's go 16 hit points back.
Okay. Keep back at maximum. Cool. Thank you.
Not all problem. And she goes, sorry to say, there's not much that I don't hear that occurs within my monastery. I heard you were planning on stopping this death curse and reclaiming Omu.
I will. I mean, I actually said that to you yesterday. But yes, that that is exactly what we plan to do. And from my understanding from one of your monks, we know that these gargoyles came from Omu.
Yes, they have, and they are a plight of the region, especially against our scouts.
I can see why. They were pretty hardy. Took quite a bit out of us, clearly, to help out with that.
Well, if you are true in your intentions, if you go collect a specific herb for me, I can give you the ability to fly for a number of days.
What herb is this, and where might we find it?
Well, it is a black orchid, and it exists in a place known as Nangalore, off to the southwest. It is very treacherous, and I do not allow my people to venture anywhere near that accursed place.
Interesting. Potentially later on, when our tiefling friend is with us, you might, if you could point that out on a map for us, that would be. We'd very much appreciate that. However, I do have a more pressing question. We have discovered, we know the location of Omu. However, we believe that the source of the death curse is actually at the Tomb of the Nine Gods. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
As you mentioned, the Tomb of the Nine Gods, as much as you can expect from an Aarakocra, her eyes kind of get wide, and she stands up all kind of old and creaky-like, because she's old and creaky, and walks over to a bookshelf. And I think that's when we'll take our mid-session break.
All right.
About 10 minutes, and we'll get back to it.
All right. Editor's note: put our commercials here. Editor's note 2: make commercials.
Editor's note 3: everybody shut up for 5 seconds. No, actually, it's been pretty easy to notice when the breaks are. But yeah. All right, back in 5. You said 5 or 10?
10.
10 at the latest, whenever everybody gets back. Are you hungry? Why don't you go tell Mommy to make you food?
Well, because I can't get there.
Figured I needed to grab some water finally. Mm. Vow of Silence didn't work out too well for you, did it?
I feel like everything I try to do, you're going to sit there, it's like, yeah, fucking try.
Well, the worst part is I had this planned for 6 weeks, if not more. You're too fun not to have you talking. Okay. Hey, at least this wasn't a fuck you kind of conversation like it has been before.
Mm-hmm. I'm still, ultimate goal, after we defeat that necromancer, is going back to Cult and setting fire to that Bed Bath & Beyond.
Go for it.
Ah, man, by the way, I'm so close to level 5, I can taste it.
How close are you?
I am within 20% to the milestone.
Oh, nice.
Actually, just a shade under 900.
Yeah, I'm about that same area. 840 or 860, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So what I do is I shake hands with 900 people.
Uh-uh. Put it back up there.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
All we're waiting for is Scotty Too Hottie.
Oh, okay.
What are you doing, Pumpkin? Okay, go take a look.
Laying here being orange.
I'm burning. Why? You put a candle inside me.
You gonna go eat? Okay.
So, on the YouTube series, I would love it if there's an episode where it just sits there and goes like, how the DM sees it, and there's the party, and then every NPC is just the DM wearing a shitty cosplay.
Different kinds of hats.
Yeah.
Oh no.
All right, Scott's back.
Nice.
By the way, are we absolutely sure that Geth isn't made out of Capri Sun?
How is a person made out of a sugary fruit drink?
Well, first off, if you don't remember the commercials from the late '90s, the people would sip Capri Sun, turn into like a shiny
Like
liquid
the
that
Silver
could
Surfer.
fly. That could fly through the sky, and
Like
then Alex Mack.
Alex Mack. That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking of.
And then once you get to your location, you're like, oh, look at this. I'm still a human, but I'm also a sugary fructose corn syrup.
With mild tropical flavoring.
Yeah. And in fact, they may all taste the same. It's just the fragrance that changes. Just like with snow cones.
Well, I'm ready whenever you guys are.
I mean, I'm not, but let's go.
Sure, let's
Yep.
go.
I'm never truly ready, but let's just go.
So, Ashari walks over to her bookcase and pulls that book out and begins flipping through it, looking for Tomb of the Nine Gods. And she finally stops on a page and goes, well, it's a incomplete history of Chult, but what I have is about 100 years ago, after Umbatau left the people had started worshipping nine gods. 100 years after they began worshipping nine gods, a evil force came into the jungle and slaughtered the nine gods the people were worshipping and turned their temple in Omu into a tomb representative of the nine gods that he had slayed, and the people began to worship him instead.
This wouldn't by any chance mention anyone named Rasa Nissi, would it?
There are brief mentionings of him that he is associated with this evil that has claimed Omu.
So it's all in Omu.
Well, it is a very evil and dastardly place.
And you bring up using the Black Orchid to fly. I'm assuming that's the best way to get to Omu, or is that your opinion on it?
Well, it keeps you out of the treachery of the jungle, but it won't last you the full distance to Omu. It will take you only about halfway to the city.
So we have to ask ourselves then, I would think, is it worth the treachery of getting the Black Orchid, or do we just attempt half distance of the jungle?
That is the million-dollar question.
At this point, I'll use the cantrip message to Benny and goes like, hey, what's going on? You can respond to this message.
We're getting good information. I'll tell you when we have our nightly sleepover.
As long as it's not on a school night.
So, just as you say that, to something none of you have seen yet is, except for in brief interactions, a 17-year-old female human walks through the door and to Ashari goes, "See, I told you they were worthy. I told you that they could save us. I told you they could get me my kingdom back." And Ashari raises a hand and goes, "Silence, child." And surprisingly enough, the kid gets quiet.
That was pretty cool. Should I pretend like I didn't hear what she said? That was a question for Ashari. Ashari.
She goes, "Let me introduce this impetulant child. This is Princess Mwaxanari, the oldest descendant of the royal family of Omu. Her little brother is the one you've probably seen running around in his Arakokra costume."
Oh yeah, nah. It's a spirit.
Yes,
Interested.
I'm assuming he gave you a wake-up call this morning then?
Yeah, you could call it that.
No, I had a ghost wake me up.
To each their own.
So, Ashara, the Aarakocra that brought us here. He,
Aaron?
oh, that is his actual name, okay. I wasn't sure if it's just what we called him. He told us that, you guys are, protecting the royal family of Chult here. The real royal family.
Yes, that is correct.
I'm assuming that this young lady here is a member of said royal family.
Young lady, you shall address me as your highness. I am the rightful queen of Chult. Who do you think you are?
I take a little bow, making sure that the pendant of my family's crest dangles a little bit. Well, you know, I know a little bit about being an ostracized noble, so I feel pretty secure saying that you're a young lady, given that you actually have no station, same as myself.
Ostracized, you are in my land, you are one of my subjects. Keep in mind who you are talking to, or I will have your head.
My lady, with all due respect, we're pretty far from Point Nyanzaru.
The entire continent of Chult is mine, and you will mind your tongue, or I will have you thrown from the cliffs.
Apologies, Your Highness.
With that, Ashari goes, Child, you shall leave immediately. And surprisingly enough, this child listens to her and walks out the door.
I have a shit-eating grin on my face.
At that point, I get up from my meal, and I just go, somebody learned a trick to be used against me. And I just go right back to eating.
I sense a disturbance in the force.
But, of course, Kaziri in his head hears from the princess, your subject would be behooved to mind his tongue and who he speaks with before I have him thrown from the cliffs. That silly and sad Australian fellow.
Hey, excuse me, I'm in the middle of another conversation right now. Can I schedule you for a little bit later today?
And with that, you feel a slap upside the back of your head from an unseen servant.
Ah, God damn it!
She's everywhere.
She is. And she's an impetulant little bitch.
She's put in so much effort to make sure I can't enjoy my hero's feast.
So, back to the conversation at hand. Share goes, I apologize for her. She is a vain, impetulant, rushed, kind of pain in the neck of a child. Okay. She is anxious to get her kingdom back without paying the proper price, I guess, in sense. And, well, she hasn't had the easiest life, especially for a royal, so I apologize for her.
I will. I have a couple of older siblings who exhibited some of the very same traits. So I get it.
She is very naive of the ways outside of this monastery. She has spent the majority of her years here, so I again apologize for her.
Well, back to the matter at hand, if you don't mind, Ashara. Is there any mention of the soulmonger in your texts, and if there is a way to destroy it?
She flips through her book and goes, no mention of a soulmonger or whatever it may be, regrettably.
Well, we at least know that we know where we need to go. So there's that. Quick question. Needle's Bones. Pretty close to here, right?
Yes, it's a little ways to the north.
Is there, anything worth seeing there?
Oh, it's
Any fantastic legends or anything like that?
from what we can gather from our flyovers, it's the carcass of a green dragon that was killed many years ago by the obnoxious little goblin folk of the jungle.
Oh yeah, those little guys. They're pretty cute.
Well, don't take them lightly. They did kill a green dragon.
That's true. I look to Geth and Kalugi. Is there anything else, guys, that you think we need to ask about? Aside from flying, is there a best path to take to get to Omu? Like, come in from the north, there's less guards there, or something like that?
Well, I try to keep my people as far away from Omu as possible, except for on the occasional scouting mission. Bless you, Frey. But honestly, as long as you avoid the heart of the jungles and the deepest, darkest parts, it shouldn't be horribly treacherous.
Sounds like you think that flying is the best way to go.
Well, of course, I'm an Arakokra.
My mom was a bird.
I kind of look at Geth with a raised eyebrow. Can I like make an insight check?
Go for it.
I'm not trying to call him out. I just want to know if it's truthful.
I'm not trying to trick you, but
That's a 4. So I'm pretty sure I believe that his mum was a bird.
All right. Any other questions, comments, concerns, smartass remarks?
I'm only through my first 2 courses right now. I got another 7 to go.
I turn back to Cloggy and Geth. Guys, I'm going to stay with Grumble for just a little bit. I'll catch up with you. I think Kaziri's still eating.
Sounds like a plan. I'm headed there too then.
When they eventually arrive, I'm just like,
So now that the room has cleared out, Benning, Ashari comes to you and goes, "So, you being of noble descent, I want to clue you into something.
I'm all ears.
That if the princess were to find any unfortunate truths from you or your party members, I would not hesitate to throw you all from the cliffs and watch you fall to your deaths. Be mindful of how you speak and what you speak to her."
I appreciate the fact that you have taken this charge of protecting the last remnants of the royal family. What is it exactly that you're protecting them from? What is it that we can say that would warrant being killed? Passively, of course.
Well, any of the truths that she and her family at the moment hold no real power, that the merchant princes will not likely give up their power willingly, and that none of the supposed things she calls principalities or charges of Schultz will come to her aid in any readily fashion. Anything that could upset her or shatter her current illusion.
So, just to make sure we're on the same page, you want me and the rest of my party to continue this disillusioned girl's fantasy about being queen?
Yeah, stop. Not about being queen, but about the real state of the world, and where she essentially sits and holds power is not as grand as she believes.
Okay. I was hoping you'd potentially do me one more favor.
Yes. Go for it, Frey.
My family, through their arcane dealings, come from a family of mages. Seem to have lost their grip on reality, and from what I can tell, that's sort of the standard price of dabbling in the arcane. Now, my question to you is there any sort of, being a monastery and all, is there any sort of filter, elixir, potion, or whatever that you guys make or know of that can help prevent psychosis, for lack of a better term?
Well, I can tell you in my experience that magic does not cause any kind of psychosis. It tends to be a predisposition of the individual to go mad. But If you were to get some distilled mad monkey mist, we could make something that would help alleviate some of the symptoms of insanity, if that's what you're looking for.
You don't happen to have any of this elixir on hand, at least to start with, at least, do you?
My people don't tread on the ground for good reason, and that is where the mist tends to collect.
That's what I feared. Alright, thank you. And I bow, take my leave, head down to the mess hole.
You gotta find him, Frey Frey.
I gotta try this. It's really delicious.
I grab whatever's on Kaziri's plate and start eating it.
But that's more.
I lean into the table, whisper really quick to Kaziri, Geth, and Cloggy. Guys, when it comes to the girl, don't say anything about Nyanzaru or her family's lack of power at all.
So what you're telling me?
Just don't talk to her.
That's perfect.
Out of respect for Shari, is it?
Ashara.
Ashara. Out of respect for Ashara, I was going to do that anyway, but I really wanted to slap that little bitch. So, thank you for the information. I knew I decided.
Oh, by the way, did you know in here that sometimes people just like talk inside your head?
I just roll my eyes again at Kaziri.
Look, I'm serious.
Are you sure she's not just whispering to you?
Not when I'm in here. I haven't seen her yet today.
Is it kind of like the spell that you cast?
I casted a spell, I just sat there, and I thought, oh, I wonder what my buddy Benning's doing. And then I just heard your voice.
Alright. Just gonna leave that one.
Look, I'll do it right now. Hey, I wonder what my buddy Benning's doing.
I'm just thinking eating some food.
See, you answered.
He's right in front of you, you fool.
Huh. So he is. Okay, let's try it again. I wonder how my buddy Geth is doing.
What?
See? Confused, as always.
That's what I do.
I considered putting my hand over Kaziri's mouth again, and then I remember the uncomfortable feeling of him licking me.
Let you know, it is a forked tongue.
I was just about to ask that.
By the way, I think I have a rash where that happened. What is wrong with your saliva?
Oh, I hate to tell you this, but these last 60 days we've been adventuring, never brushed my teeth.
Tieflings brush the teeth?
You don't?
Oh, no, I do. But
Yeah.
I didn't think the tieflings did.
I mean, a tooth is a tooth is a tooth.
Sure. Oh, just thank you for the clarification.
Yeah, I just forgot to buy toothpaste. Speaking of which, does anybody have toothpaste? And a toothbrush? And teeth?
More importantly,
What do you need the teeth for?
I need to make some dentures. I really let this get out of hand.
So as you guys are having this conversation, come running up to the table is Nan, again in his Arakokra costume, and goes, "Huh, nice beard."
Is he talking to me?
Who is
He's
he talking
staring at Geth right now.
Oh,
to? Get this
okay,
beard?
cool. I haven't shaved in the last 60 days either.
But
What do you mean?
feathers, face, yeah. But he looks over at
No,
Benny and
I know.
goes,
I was just playing it off like I don't know what you're talking about.
he looks over at Benning and goes, "So, I overheard your conversation with Ashara, and I might have a way to help you. I dabble with plants and herbs and whatnot, and, you know, I have nothing better to do up here, and I spend a lot of time reading, and I have a kind of weird potion I've come up with that may be able to help you."
I look around. All right, lead the way.
All right, so he basically actually doesn't even have to lead you anywhere. He has this small little satchel with him, and out he pulls this kind of rainbow shimmering liquid that's mostly purples and golds, and goes, from the plants and seeds I've cultivated up here out of boredom and entertainment, and it's a potion that should help you resist psychic damage.
Is
And
it your
it
only one?
Yep.
Well, I couldn't possibly take it from you.
Oh, I got nothing better to do up here. Have it.
Is the bottle just gonna have Excedrin written on it?
No, it says Motrin.
Oh, okay.
I put up my hands to take the bottle and say, well, young master, if you're offering it, far be it from me to decline.
So it's just a potion that helps you resist psychic damage for up to an hour.
Okay.
I mean, if there's anything else I can help you guys with, let me know. I have plenty of herbs and salves and things of that nature up here that I just tinker around with.
Young Nod, I will definitely, within the course of today, want to talk to you about that very thing. But after we fought and we needed to eat, we need to have a little bit of an intelligence debriefing. So if you mind giving us the room for like a half hour, and after that we'll be free to chat as much as your heart desires.
Yep. Have at it. I'll be wandering around either playing with my flying contraptions or working on making another healing thing.
Hold up. Flying contractions. How big are these?
About the size of a piece of parchment.
Ah, damn it. Okay, is there one that you can make bigger? Like enough for Guy Smiley over here as I'm pointing to Cloggy.
Nope. And he runs off.
I'm
that
pretty
was
sure
fun.
he was talking about paper airplanes.
I mean, first off, they're papyrus airplanes. Be fancy.
Parchment airplanes. Actually, what's an airplane?
Okay,
Parchment gliders.
Yeah, papyrus gliders. Yeah. All right. Hey, you know what I kind of realized? We know that the soulmonger, or at least we have a strong idea that the soulmonger's in Obu. Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you found that statue and got blasted back with magic, you said that you had a tracking spell, right?
Yeah.
So if we have Destination A and the ability to find the path B, why are we still running around with our tail between our legs?
Well, let me. Do I understand how the spell works?
Yeah, I mean, it was imbued into your knowledge base when it came to getting blasted into your brain. Basically, if you needed to figure out where you had to go and you were lost or lacking in direction, it could guide you in the right direction until you get to your destination, essentially.
Okay.
But it's more of a generalized area thing and not to a specific item.
So it's not like clairvoyance, how that worked in Skyrim?
No. It's more like
Kaziri doesn't know it to that detail.
the original Garmin GPS, where it's kind of like, make a left turn here. Oh, shit. Make a U-turn. It'll get you there. It might just get a little dicey on occasion.
Well, Kaziri, actually, I found out upstairs that the Tomb of the Nine Gods, that the Dragon Fairy told us about,
Yeah,
in Omu.
that's there too.
That's there too. Literally
So-
everything points to Omu.
So what you're saying is that we have the temple right here, and then we have the soulmonger right here, but the soulmonger, is it in the temple or not? In or not?
I can't tell if it's in the Tomb of the Nine Gods, but I can tell you it's probably in Omu
Okay, so bigger Omu, it's in there.
somewhere. Yeah.
Okay.
Now the only question that we have to ask ourselves is: do we care to find these black orchids to fly there?
Fly. You can fly?
Apparently, the Arakokra here can give us, using these black orchids, some sort of something or other to allow us to fly for an extended period of time. We won't be able to use we won't be able to get all the way to Omu with one. I'm assuming it's one potion or whatever, but potentially if we can find a lot of it, we could fly the whole way there. Supposedly the things get a lot more dark, dangerous, and scary the deeper into the jungle you go, and Omu seems to be pretty close to the heart of it.
Right, put yours over here.
Okay. But, guys, on the other side here, flying.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how that's going to end well.
I mean, I've been studying these guys all day, and it turns out there's a lot more than just doing this. See, nothing.
Yeah, if you try it, see if your beard helps you.
No.
Well
DM,
said.
did he get any lift?
Oh, roll a strength check.
3.
The beard did. A couple feathers ruffled on it.
It's closer than you were. Still not very good. But look, what do you guys think? I mean, it seems like it's probably pretty dangerous to go get these black orchids. There's a reason the Aarakocra don't go there. But it could be pretty helpful in cutting out a lot of travel time and potential hazards along the way.
Fine, I go for the orchids then.
No, I'm not saying we have to. I'm definitely not. I'm just trying to get everybody else's opinion on the matter.
Got my.
So did it happen? Did he fly?
No.
Ah, damn it, that's disappointing.
But my mother is a bird.
I look up and I look down and I gotta see it.
Is it the beard?
Totally is.
Okay, we're all out of rainbows.
What?
That
So-
was my whole plan for the day.
That's
So-
why I was in this campaign.
I'm not really sure which way is the best to go. Whether we go get the black orchids and learn how to fly, or just walk there. Cloaky says maybe it's best to just go get the potions. Kaziri, Gith, what do you think?
Hey, remember?
Kind of like the idea of learning to fly.
Yeah. Remember the whole thing with the dragon bones, and there's supposed to be some treasure there?
No.
Well, there's dragon bone. Like, remember when
He's talking about
Tweedle-
Needle's bones.
yeah,
No, I know.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum sat there and tried to lead us to the wrong place. Well, that's where they're trying to lead us. And any chance we might make a diversion, go over there, see what that treasure is. Maybe it's something cool we can use, and I'll make everything else easier.
What he said.
I think it'd probably actually be worth a little bit of time. It's
Yeah,
supposed to
I
be
mean, I'm
pretty
just-
close to here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, what's priority order right now?
Well, we know we gotta get to Omu, try to find the soul manga in this curse. However, considering the difficulty that those gargoyles gave us, I'd say we're probably not ready yet.
Do we have any intel as to what's surrounding the black orchids?
No.
What about Neil's bone?
Apparently it's the bones of a green dragon filled by those goblins that we met outside of that
Oh.
one statue.
Those fuckers, we were able to take care of those piece of cake.
That's kind of what I thought, but how did they kill a green dragon? It's a little
Pure
difficult.
numbers. The dragon sat there and tried to protect something it couldn't hold, and pure numbers. So maybe we just don't try to do what the dragon did. Oh, sorry. A lot of food in my mouth. Yeah, just don't think dragon thoughts, and then we'll be fine, because we don't see a lot of, like, it's not known as humans' bones.
So you can find them again.
DM did I
Yep.
forgot. Did Ashara say anything about like bringing the black orchids back here?
She said if you brought her a black orchid, she could give you a spell that would let you fly about halfway to Omu.
Oh, okay, okay.
I mean, you could always inquire to her more about what she knows of Nangalore and black orchids and whatnot.
Yeah, that'll probably be prudent to do. But yeah, maybe we should, since we're right here. I've been kind of thinking about it the whole time. Swinging by Needle's Bones, seeing what we can scrounge up over there.
Well,
So what do you guys think? Set out for Needle's Bones in the morning?
Sure.
Alright. In the meantime then, while we're like, hanging out, recuperating, I'd like to go back to Ashara's chambers and try to ask more about Nangalore and Black Orchids.
alright, go for it.
Okay.
So, as you walk into Ashara's quarters again, she goes, welcome back. What may I help you with?
I realized after leaving and chatting with my compatriots that we didn't really ask a lot about the Black Orchid thing. How many Black Orchids do we need in order to, you said, get about halfway there?
Just a single one.
A single one. What if we can bring back more?
Well, seeing as the spell is dependent on me losing my ability to fly, and I have to be present to cast the spell, the furthest you'll get is about halfway.
So we just need one Black Orchid and that's it?
Yes.
Okay. What can you tell me about Nangalore?
It is an evil place with Ebelis, which are unknown, if unknown to you, are these kind of devil crane type things that live there, and there's a mad spirit, I guess, from legend that lives there and haunts the place.
Are those things really the reason that you guys don't go to Nangalore?
Yes, they are. They are. It's not a very friendly place per se. It is, from what I remember of the history, a giant former summer palace for a former Omu queen who seems to have gone mad and made a pact with some deity that she should not have and got cursed.
Nothing good ever came out of Omu, eh? Shit, I should have brought Kaziri with me.
Oh, you can always go grab him if you want. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, I guess I'll go back and grab him. Kaziri, I want to get back there. Kaziri, I need you to come with me so we can use the map so that Ashara can show us where the Black Orchids are at.
Oh, you mean this one that I can read? Go ahead. Point to anything. I can read it.
That's the same one. Point right there.
That's water.
All right. So
Was I right? Was I right?
Yes,
you
you
would know.
were
You're the
right.
map reading expert.
I mean, yes, I am. All right, let's go.
Fred, can you stop taking all my dice out?
All right. So yeah, we go up to Ashara so she can show us on the map where Nangalore is.
Okay, so. Doo-doo-doo. I gotta shuffle you guys around real fast.
By the way, Ashara, really great eats here. My compliments to all of the chefs.
Fred, if you're gonna be pouty, you can leave. Alright, shuffling you guys over. So, let me know when it loads for you guys.
It's still populating for me.
There we go. I'm there.
So,
Something.
right there. Here, why don't you play with the ones that I have in
Oh,
here?
okay.
Sorry, where are we?
So we needed to go to Nangalore.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah. So it's a couple days southwest of here. It looks like.
Mhm.
Maybe a week southwest.
Hopefully
Ooh.
not that long.
Do you
Yeah,
measure
oh.
distance in time?
Don't you?
I mean, you're the map expert. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, what I keep on asking people, it's like, hey, are we there yet? Are we there yet? And they never tell me, hey, it's 20 more hectares. They tell me in a minute, and then they just run away from me.
Fair enough.
And Omu is all the way over there, and that's going to be about a month of traveling, assuming that there's nothing going on. Ooh, what are these peaks of flame? Tell me more about this. Is this where a bunch of rings are made?
All right. Any more questions, comments?
Yeah. What are the peaks of flame?
Volcanic mountain range.
Tell me more.
All right.
What about the
Well.
Valley of Lost Honor?
Oh, I know all about that. That's right here.
Let's see here. Come on, you stupid thing. It's not expecting a question about the peaks of flame.
Land of Ash and Smoke.
The Valley of Dread.
Well, the fallout from the peaks of flame has to land somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, and then there's Kitcher's Inlet.
Well, all I got for peaks of flame is they are a volcanic mountain range that rings the southern coast.
I got an idea. What if we go deep underneath the earth and upset these volcanoes, and then the volcano erupts over and goes over Omu, and then everybody from Omu is dead, including the necromancer, and then we go home.
Set the volcanoes.
Yeah, set the volcanoes on fire.
Oh. I thought you were saying, like, call the volcano's name.
Yeah, just irritated enough where it makes a volcanic eruption. It goes all the way over Omu, and then they all, get volcano-wise. I'm not really sure the signs on that one. And then we just go home.
What if everything's underground and that doesn't change anything?
Then my plan was completely worthless.
Sounds bad.
All right. But what else did you guys want to know about Valley of Embers and Valley of Lost Honor?
Oh no, we're just pointing out interesting names on the map.
Because
Hey, if
I
you want to
can
know
read
stuff, I got stuff.
Who lost their honor? And can I find it?
So, Valley of Lost Honor, the undead hordes of Rosnissi wiped out a tribe of Chaltons in the valley.
Now let's avoid that like the plague.
Or we cause the volcanoes to erupt there. I know it. I hear it. I'm too attached to volcanoes. Let's just move on.
Also with that, the bones of the dead are long gone, along with everything else, swallowed up by lava pouring out from the volcano west of the Harkhammer. Or Harik Hamar. There we go. Valley of Embers. Burnout Valley surrounds Lake Luau. Most of the vegetation around the southern and eastern shores of the lake has been wiped out by pyroclastic flows, rivers of lava, and drifting ash. Fiery embers belch from the peaks of flame, drift across the sky, and fall like rain onto the blackened wasteland.
And how many hobbits are we trying to get in there?
7 right now, it looks like.
Okay.
Yeah, play with them.
All right, well, should we then, in the morning, head for Needle's Bones?
What do you want?
That's my vote.
Huh?
I'm good with that.
All right, anything else you guys would like to do before the day ends?
I don't think so.
I go back to my room and start meditating. Shut up. It's a legit attempt at meditating. He just has no idea what to do.
All right.
I walk into the room and see Kaziri just sitting there on the floor, and I shake my head and lay down.
I need to grab some stuff because I didn't expect you guys to go here.
I told you weeks ago we were going to Needle's Bones next.
And I told you weeks ago I have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, if it would let me grab them.
You're just gonna give us Needle's Bones right now? Just
Oh, I mean, it's close enough that, I'm expecting you guys not to be idiots about it and probably ask the Arakokra to fly you there.
I was gonna ask that actually.
Oh, they could have done that?
Well, seeing as you guys are about 2 days away, they could easily enough fly you there in a day.
Perfect.
Can they promise not to drop us from peak altitude?
They'd only do that if they were ordered to.
Oh god, that might be bad for me.
I think you're probably safe from any threats that the little girl made.
I mean, they sounded like empty threats, but what if they were full threats?
They were drop in the bucket threats.
Drop in the bucket threats.
Why did you have to use those words?
Did he just say drop?
All right. So, is there anything else you guys want to do for that night before bedding down?
Not that I can think of.
Nothing I can think of.
Unless my meditating come out. So, sorry, you go first.
Before we leave.
Sorry, Cloggy, we couldn't hear you. Kaziri was talking over you a little bit.
Need to talk to Na before we leave.
Oh, okay.
Maybe not tonight, but before we leave.
I think you probably talk to him tonight. I think we're probably gonna head out pretty early in the morning. We got time. I think it's only like midday at this point.
So
Yeah. What do you guys want to do? You want to call it a day, or you want to go talk to Na?
We can go talk to Na. I don't know what Cloggy wants to talk to him about, but we can go talk to him.
Okay, so as usual, Na's running around in his Arakokra costume. He's not that hard to find. He's up by Ashara's house at the moment, so you guys are more than welcome to venture up there.
I just thought we could try to get more potions and stuff and from him. That's all.
Okay.
Sure.
Oh, he's running around up there, sees you guys approaching, and goes, "Hi, I guess you guys finally have time for me. What can I do for you?"
Well, we were sort of hoping that you, in your endless amount of time, it seems, potentially had other potions that we could take or purchase off you. Maybe like healing potions, things like that.
If that's what you're looking for, he goes rummaging through his little bag, and actually, he sees the four of you there, because Grumble is still getting his heals on, pulls out actually 4 minor healing potions and goes, "Well, I've made these 4 if you guys want them. They're just minor healing potions, but, something's better than nothing.
That's very true. Better than laying there dying.
So, I mean, that's about all I have at the moment. I haven't brought out anything of interest unless you're looking for some kind of poisons. Those I get plenty.
I mean, I can't do much with poisons myself, but Cluggy, you might be able to, like, I don't know, rub it on your sword or battle axe or something like that.
Or spray it. Oh.
Hey, you interested in any poisons or no?
Cluggy, would you be interested in poisons to potentially put on your blade?
Sure. Sorry.
Okay. Let me pull them up real fast because there's specific ones to Tomb of Annihilation.
Oh.
Is one called the Poison of Annihilation?
Kaziri, I'm assuming that you can put those potions in your inventory since you seem to be the sort of de facto pseudo-cleric.
I wanted us to have those spread around so that if we're... Yeah. Because I have 2 remaining, which is great, but if I drop, no one knows where the potions are.
I mean, I have 3 on me, apparently.
Yeah.
I thought I had just 1, but I have 3.
I am 100% invested in spreading the potions around as much as possible. Because we don't know if we're ever going to have to go separate ways. It's just everyone should be able to not die.
Alright, so just 1 each.
That works for me.
Alright, let's go with Assassin's Blood. Which is should hopefully show up. How many of those do you guys want? Because he's got about 3 of them.
Maybe 2.
Okay. This is one that you should be able to add to your inventory. It has to be ingested, though. But it is a creature subject to this poison must make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw, or fail, it takes 1d12 poison damage and is poisoned for 24 hours. When successful, it takes half and isn't poisoned. Must swallow an entire dose of the poison to suffer its effects. Dose cannot be delivered in, or the dose can be delivered in food or any liquid. And you can decide to do a partial dose to reduce the effects.
Any liquid, you say?
Those you said those potions are they different than your standard potion of healing?
Nope, standard potion of healing.
Oh, okay. Because you kept saying minor, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it's just not the 500 gold piece ones. Standard. All right, so you guys are gonna head off to Needle's Bones. Then I take it the next morning.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys make your way around to Needle's Bones, and you get dropped off. Before you, you see a wide sinkhole. The earth around it is littered with goblin bones. The opening is 90 feet across and roughly circular, and there are stone walls that are nearly vertical. 30 feet down, the sinkhole is filled with murky green water. Hundreds of frogs hop from one floating plant to another. The massive rib cage and wing bones of a dragon rise above the muck. Vines, moss, and lichen hang from the bones. Judging from how much the skeleton is exposed, the water can't be more than 3 or 4 feet deep.
Hey, Cloggy, which one do you think is Needle?
Don't care.
Okay.
I would like to cast Detect Magic. I'm guessing we won't have Tabin or the Triceratops with us in if we're flying there.
Nope.
Jeez, I didn't think of that.
But we do have Bird Army. And they kind of owe their lives to us.
Hold on a second, guys.
Sure.
What's up?
Hey, now that we've landed here and we're kind of stuck here, you know what I just realized? We heard that there were reanimating corpses from from Omu. What if it reached out here?
There'll be a lot of zombie goblins.
And a zombie dragon.
All right, are you where you guys are standing right now? Is that where you want to be?
I mean, you just let us know where we landed.
Yeah, that's where you're at right now.
I mean,
Then sure, that's where we are.
definitely not going to stray too far from the party.
Where you're at right now, nothing within the 30-foot radius is showing magic.
I guess I don't really see where anything of what you mentioned is on the map.
That's because they don't have a map for it.
Okay.
Deal with it.
So you're saying the sinkhole is 90 feet across?
Yeah.
And from where we are right now, there's nothing within 30 feet that's showing up as magical.
Can you show us, just make a circle where the sinkhole is?
Okay, yeah. All right, 30-foot sinkhole. Draw shape. So, let me back out here. I don't even know if this map is big enough for this.
I mean, even if you just show us a portion of it.
I need to figure out how big that is. Oh, that's just about right, so. Come on, you stupid thing. Your stupid web is causing me problems. We'll say sinkhole, that should be about 90 foot.
Okay.
Yep. There's your sinkhole.
Sweet. All right, so how long ago does it look like some of these corpses are? Like how long have they been dead? Is it fresh corpses, picked clean? There's been some vultures around. Like, you don't have to get super specific.
Based off of the way things in the jungle break down and the fact that there was a map to it, it's probably been about 50 years.
Okay.
Would it be possible for us to, as a group, just go around the circumference of the sinkhole while I cast Detect Magic to see if we can find something?
Yeah. If that is what you guys so choose to do.
Oh, I shall.
I mean, I think it's a start.
What does this sinkhole sink into?
Water.
A hole.
There's like a green shit-looking stuff at the bottom.
Tell you what, it's certainly not a volcano.
Whatever it is,
is
it's not super deep. It's probably 3 or 4 feet, based on the
Can
dragon bone sticking out.
Can I tell if it's like water?
Make me a
As opposed to what? Bird water?
investigation check.
Well, his mom
No,
wants
it's supposed to mostly fecal matter.
Oh, okay.
He took the
Oh.
shit. He took the
Is
shit.
that
while
investigation?
Yeah.
The dragon died on
18.
a toilet.
It looks, for the most part, like it is water, but it doesn't seem like it is water devoid of life. And with your investigation check, you also note that the vines hanging off of the dragon seem to be not in a natural layout, but almost like they were woven into nets.
Guys, is that a
what's
net?
Is that an assassin vine?
Does it look like an assassin vine?
I don't know what assassin is, but
That's that shit that attacked us at when we made camp. The stuff that tried to eat Tabin.
Make a perception check if you want to know.
I want to know. 18.
It is not an assassin vine. It is just
a murderous
jungle
vine.
vines that are woven.
It's a murderous vine.
Are there any like signs of other people, like any like tracks of people here that would have set up this sort of trap?
Nothing recent. I mean, you see a ton of those Batari goblin bones, but that's
Yeah.
about it. But as you traverse the perimeter, in about this area here, you do ping off of some magic.
In which area?
Right around here, the face.
Oh, okay. What sort of magic does it ping his?
That should be... I'd have to look the spell up because I don't know off the top of my head. Not... Whatever frightened falls under. A fright spell.
And do I see what it's on?
Nope. You're just pinging off magic and it seems to be behind the stone.
There's somewhere in this area, like kind of point.
Illusion is what it would be.
I point out there. There's some sort of illusion magic out there. Not really sure what it is or where it is, but it's in that general vicinity on the other side of that big rock.
big rock.
Well, what if everybody hid and then one of us trips it off? And then we see what happens.
I mean, I can't think of a better plan. I just don't like that one.
I mean, right now all our plans are shit or shittier.
Yeah.
Look, I'll just, everybody get back a safe distance away from me.
As always.
No, safer.
Oh.
Go on, Geth.
Just hold on.
Get.
You're not pronouncing the H.
All right. Everybody safe distance away. I'm going to
You
peer
keep coming
into-
closer.
Yeah, because it's by the face. And now I'm going to peer into my own doom. What do I see?
Well, what exactly are you doing up there?
I am peering into my own doom. What do I see?
You see a hole with nearly sheer sides.
How far down is it, you said?
That should be 30 feet down.
Okay.
I'm gonna slowly creep up towards him.
At that point, I'm going to sit there and put my hands on the ground and try to lower myself down just a little bit, see what happens.
You're
Nice.
hanging like 6.5 foot down a sheer cliff wall.
And is there anything I can climb down with?
If you had rope or wanted to try and scale the sheer wall face, you could go for it.
I do have both rope and a python.
And you have an immovable rod, so you could honestly jump and just hit the button.
That's what I'm going to do. Is I'm just going to. All right, guys. Flying monkey bar.
So you managed to jump down and hit the button about a foot before you would land into the water, maybe right above it. So it seems like it's about another 3 foot before you hit the ground.
Click.
All right, so you drop the other 3 feet into the water and make a splash, and underneath your feet you feel a whole bunch of bones and slime and muck, and a whole bunch of those frogs start croaking, and they sound really pissed off that you're down there.
At
But
any
that's about
point,
it.
do the walls start getting closer together? Did anybody say it could always be worse?
There is no movement from the walls.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
And I'll step waiting forward.
And I need you to roll initiative.
I'm gonna die.
All of us?
Everybody.
Okay.
Because what we got now are these guys.
I don't know what those are. Like carp?
Kind of.
Are they magic carp?
Shut up. They look like piranhas.
Or what are those other things? I've almost called them in with my other character before.
Barracuda.
Let's do. Fred, can you watch your head? Grundle's not here.
They look like ill-tempered sea bass.
Kind of.
Quippers. That's what I was going for.
That's exactly what they are. Fred, can you get
Guess
some of those
cheating.
dice out there for me?
What?
It's a guess cheating. He's looking up monsters.
I was just looking up what they were called. Because there's another fish that I've almost used a swarm of before as layman.
Man, I'm rolling like crap for initiative for monsters.
Good.
Oh, no. Stop that.
All right. So I need. Up first, we have Benning.
All right. I will run right up to the edge so that I can see in there.
Okay.
And what can I see? Do I see all of the fish? Can I see that there's fish?
Not really. You see that there is water splashing away from Kaziri, and it is moving actively towards him.
Can you see me?
Yes, you can see you.
Yes.
Okay. I guess at like the largest cluster of water, so like here near the back, I am going to fling an ice knife.
Okay.
So I'm aiming kind of for the middle of it. So for this one here,
Okay.
and so I have to roll to hit. A natural 20.
That will definitely hit.
All right. So then I gotta look really quick. So that deals 1d10 piercing damage.
This would do me any amount of good if I could get anything to load right now.
So I rolled a 9, so 18 piercing damage. And then each creature within 5 feet of it must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take cold damage. So that creature and then anything within 5 feet of it need to make a dexterity saving throw.
So 9 damage to the one there.
No, 18,
18. Okay.
because I rolled a 9 and it was a crit
And then a dexterity saving throw to the one next to it.
for both of them.
Both of them. Fred keeps snagging my dice. That is... Of course, right as I need it, the frickin' page boops out on me. That is a 13 and an 8.
Okay, so both of them fail and they take 5 cold damage.
Okay.
And then I will do my favorite thing, and at that pile of cold explosion I just made, I am going to cast Toll the Dead. So probably the one that I'm going to cast it at the middle again. So that one needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. That is 12.
Okay, fails. So he takes 8 necrotic damage,
All right.
and I'm done.
So next up we have Kaziri.
All right, I am going to sit there and take the dodge action with my main. And I'm just going to be jumping around, splashing around a little bit, trying to see if I can attract them as close as they can to me. And with my bonus action, I'm going to blast this one, which is an Eldritch Blast.
Okay, which one are you Eldritch blasting?
This one, northeast.
Okay.
That is a 17 plus 7, so 24.
Oh yeah, that hits.
For 7 damage. 2 plus
Okay.
5. And then taking the dodge action.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
So Geth, you're up.
Alrighty. I'm gonna throw down a chromatic orb at the nearest guy.
Okay.
That'll be a 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
And I'm gonna do lightning damage.
Okay.
For 18.
18.
Uh-oh.
Okay, that was the closest one to you, 18.
Yep.
What else would you like to do?
Probably can't reach with that. Then a ray of frost at the same one.
Okay.
15 to hit.
That'll hit.
And 2 cold damage.
Okay. Anything else?
That is all.
All right, Cloggy's up.
All right, I'm gonna switch out to my bow and attempt to hit that one right there.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
That'll hit.
Nice. 5 piercing.
Okay.
Still rolling like shit. And then it's like to attempt to firebolt that same one.
Okay.
That is going to be a 9.
That will not hit.
All right, I'm done.
Okay, so fishes are up. And they are going to all focus in on Kaziri. 5.
Oh, and if I could add my movement, I want to do that.
Yeah, go for it. Alright, so we're going to start with that first one, and he's going to make an attack.
They all have disadvantage.
Because of the dodge action?
Yep.
Okay.
And this takes me just jumping around in the water.
Trying to go, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Mhm.
First one misses.
Good.
Second one misses.
Mm-hmm.
Third one misses.
Mm-hmm.
Fourth one misses.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. That's. Oh, 17.
Hits.
All right. That was the fourth one.
Fifth one.
Fifth one.
Mhm.
So that
you try
is
to kill
going
me.
to be
Don't you try to kill me.
7 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Did I hit? Yeah, that's right. And. Oh, wait, is that right for that one? Where is he at? Oh no, he's at full health. That's actually 14 damage. And. So this last one is going to be a dirty 20.
On disadvantage?
So the swarm has advantage on melee attack rolls against any creature that doesn't have all of its hit points. So it's just a straight roll.
Fuck. All right, that hits.
And that is...
Wait, hold on. So you said there it was 7 damage, but you multiplied it to 14. How did that one happen?
No, the first one was 14 because any swarm that has greater than half of its hit points is 4d6. If it's at half its hit points, it's 2d6.
So you
I
just
read it
doubled it
backwards.
instead of rolled 2 dice?
That's just, I run off of the average damage. You want me to roll it? I can roll it.
No, that's fine. I was just trying to understand.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm having brain farts. I'm not used to running 4 hours. So that is on the next one only going to be 7 damage, even though it's above half.
Okay. Where's another 7 damage?
Benning's up first.
I'm looking terrible.
Jump in the water.
That's a 30-foot fall.
I know.
Okay, that is 3d6 damage. That's 10 damage.
Okay.
And your splash is going to attract a couple of them anyway, so.
Okay.
Anything else?
Yeah. I'm going to cast Snillick Snowball Swarm.
Okay.
I'm going to cast it right there. So the fish on the corner and then the one to the north of it have to make dexterity saving throws.
Okay. Luckily, they're not very dexterous. A 5 and a 6
Those fail.
with a.
Nice. And it's 15 cold damage.
All right, to these two.
And then I would like to cast Firebolt at the one closest to me.
Okay.
Does a 10 hit?
10 does not.
Damn. Alright, I'm done.
Okay. So next up, Kaziri.
All right. Starting off, I'm going to cast Armor of Agathis at
Okay.
the 2nd level, try to get me some more hit points. Cast that. Cast. Make sure I have all my spells. That's good. And then I'm going to use my Dark Star Amulet and try to cast Thunderclap.
Do it.
That means every creature within 5 feet of me must make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
And this sound, from the sound of me clapping my hands, can be heard up to 100 feet away.
Don't you need to roll a d20 and get greater than a 12 on that?
Nope. What it says here is thunderclap. You create a burst of thunderous sound that can be heard up to 100 feet away.
Well, I
Each
thought
creature-
for your amulet.
Oh no, he knows this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you know that
no,
one?
No, I don't. I need to roll for that. It barely succeeds. I rolled a 10. 8 plus
Okay.
2.
And they need to make constitutions,
Yep.
and it has to be greater than DC.
15.
All right, so fail, 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 and fail.
All right.
Nice.
How far back they go?
0 feet, but they take 6 thunder damage.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because it was the cantrip, right?
Yep.
All right. So,
And then with the armor back at this, and hopefully by attacking those, I can disengage. And I'm going to go this way. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Yep, we'll say that flies.
And that's my turn.
Okay.
Guys, they're very ill-tempered sea bass. I think one has a laser attached to his head.
All right. There we go. So you managed to kill one of them. Next up is Geth.
Jefferson. All stacked together.
I just like to point out that this would be a fantastic time to cast Fireball if I had it.
I do not have that.
Yeah, because then we get boiled fish.
Yeah.
I'm going to try something that might not do anything at all and cast Destroy Water
Okay.
right in the cube that they're in, hopefully, because it's 30 by 30.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a great documentary series.
That's not how you draw squares.
How long does Destroy Water last for?
It destroys water.
Ever.
Okay.
You destroy up to 10 gallons of water, technically in an open container within range.
It's a
So I
pretty
don't know if
open
it's gonna-
container.
Yeah. In a 30 by 30 foot area.
Okay. Where you want it?
Right around the fishies. I was trying to draw it and I failed.
Oh.
Which button is click? Draw shape?
So like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Here, let me move that because I don't like where that's at. I think it makes more sense to be like right there.
That makes more sense, yeah.
Okay. So we'll say that at the start of every round, 5 feet of water comes back in from the surrounding area. But for the next 2 rounds at least, they are immobile and you guys have advantage on attacking them.
Oh, fucking great idea.
Christ.
Cool. Oh. I did not expect that to work exactly that well. Okay. Cool.
That might have just saved my life.
Now should I ruin this by casting Shape Water?
I'm gonna destroy that and I'm gonna make a fountain.
Then I'm gonna Ray of Frost this one.
Yeah, so we can eat it later.
Why can't I thing?
Probably because you're on draw.
That might
You're
be-
just making tiny squares.
What is happening? Well, I can't ping. The top right one.
So that one.
No, I think he means this one.
That was a natural 20.
Oh, that'll hit.
Why
2d8.
can't I remember what damages are?
It'll be it's a d8 and then you double it.
So 8. 8.
8 damage.
And I'm done.
All right. Okay. Foggy's up.
All right, still using my bow. I would like to try to arrow that one right there then.
You have advantage.
Good thing, too. That's a 19.
Oh, yeah.
As a fighter, do you get critical hits on 19s?
For 8 piercing.
Oh, not yet, I don't think.
Oh, man.
And then same thing, firebolt.
Okay.
that also with advantage?
Yep, everything's advantage till they get water back underneath them.
Wow, still fucked that up. 7.
That will not hit.
All right, I'm done.
All right, so fishies are done because they can't move, but we'll move the water in. They're 5 foot. We'll say ballpark there. And we're back to the top with Benning.
I'm going to again cast Snillick Snowball Swarm, this time right there. So every single one of them needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. That's 5 remaining. And they're all going to have disadvantage on it anyways. But we'll start off with fail, fail, 2 critical fails, 3 13s. Let's re-roll those with disadvantage. 13, 13, and a 6.
So they all fail, and they all take 11 cold damage.
Okay. So, dead. 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 You said 11?
Yeah.
Dead. And you just made a bunch of frozen fish.
Yeah.
How would you like to do this?
Turn them into fish sticks.
I would like
That's
to
after
just,
you freeze
like, as they're sort of flopping around in the dry ground, just, like, hit it with it's like a burst of a snowball, like, poof, and they all just sort of, like, as the snow settles and magically dissolves, the fish are just, like, frozen, just dead.
All right.
Hey, we can sell this to my Auntie Anne. She loves making food out of this.
Because I suck at tracking shit, and you guys just massively murdered a bunch of fish. We're gonna throw, let's go 500 more experience at you guys for just the roleplay of the last 2 days and fish murder.
Fish murder.
That's called industry.
Holy shit, I hit level 5.
How much? I'm sorry.
I
how much
am-
was that?
328 experience away from level 5.
Okay.
What was the number? I didn't.
We got 500.
Yeah. I go back to Port Niandrew and I shake 378 hands.
Okay.
I'd forgotten to give myself experience last week.
As I'm, like, drenched in this, like, greenish, in this brackish water, I look over at Kaziria like, my legs fucking hit. Are you alright?
I'm just, I have a bite from a fish on my left arm. It's like, yeah, I mean, it's still attached. Could be worse.
Yeah. Sorry about that, Jay. I sucked at math for a minute there.
No, I would just, I messed up on that too. It's just, I was trying to understand where it was coming from.
Yeah, I just had one of those brain farts of, hey, look, bunch of numbers, and then my brain went poop.
Mm-hmm. Just like Mike in math class back in 5th grade.
Oh, yeah. Go figure, I still made it to the new program. All right, so you guys have still pinged on magical items. You've killed the quippers that have been in there that have been gnawing on goblins and dragon alike.
None of them had very good jokes. They just wanted to bite me.
I like to sort of like pull the potion out of my coat pocket and drink it. The one that what's his face gave me.
Okay.
The psychic one.
Go for it.
I do that, and I look noticeably relieved.
Glug glug, motherfuckers.
All right, so pinged on magical items, dead fish. What are you doing now? You're in brackish water.
Searching for the magical item, I guess, which I believe
Yeah.
was over here somewhere, right?
Entire reason why we went down there.
So, make whoever wants to, who's down there, make a perception check for me, looking for the door. Stop.
11.
Mine is
I'm not down there yet.
15.
So you can tell there's still magical items there, but they seem to be behind the stone.
It'd be real nice to have a druid here.
With Kaziri's help, would it be possible for us to try to move the stone?
You can certainly try.
I try.
Okay. You guys gonna roll strength checks for me?
Adjusted 1.
4.
Turns out you guys slide backwards across the bones in the muck.
All right, this time I dig my feet into the muck a little bit deeper so I can stand in it, and I try again.
All right, go for it.
Another adjusted 1.
Do the same thing. That's a 12.
Okay. So, Kaziri, you managed to get your feet actually stuck into the muck, and they prevent you from getting a proper footing before you're able to push. And Benning, you push on the door, and it seems like solid stone.
This time I take off my boots to the side so I can get my my toe fingies. Like there, grip a little bit better, and I try again.
Okay.
7.
And anybody else gonna come down, help, look at this door?
Can I cast Identify on the door?
You could cast Identify on the door. With your 7, though, you dig your toes into the muck, and turns out it's really squishy, and you get a good push on it, but it's not enough to break it free. Alright, so Identify, you find out that this door has a magical lock.
Hold on. I found a spell about this as I just take my hand out and I knock.
You have the spell knock?
Nope.
Well, you do a good job knocking. Doesn't open.
How do they do that? That David Copperfield shit is amazing.
Do I get the feeling that
Hey,
anything?
both of you need to get out now. What was that?
Do I feel like anything other than a knock spell would be sufficient to open the door?
You can make an investigation check.
Sure. That is a 27.
So, upon investigating the door, you can tell that the plants around the door seem to have been killed by poison. And consistently killed by poison because they all seem to be more juvenile plants that have been dying and then thus regrowing.
I'd like to use the cantrip create a shit ton of salt.
I don't know what to do.
I want to try to. Did he leave a rope to get down?
Yes.
No.
I did.
Oh, no, you used your removable rod.
Correct.
Right. I want to try to do. I'm probably going to kill myself, but sort of take out my dagger and just slide down the side, using the dagger to kind of drag the side of the hole,
Okay.
like a pirate down a sail.
Can you make an attack for me to see if you can get it into the rock face?
Yeah, can you stab a rock?
I don't know. I rolled a 16.
You just barely managed to find a crack in the rock that you can wedge your dagger in.
Cool.
Now make a strength check to see if you can hold on while sliding.
11.
You make it about 60% of the way down, and your hand fails you. And so you're going to get a d6. Well, you only take 1 fall damage, falling into the muck.
Hey. That wasn't too bad.
Cloggy, is there anything you would like to do?
Oh, I think I'm just watching the show, enjoying it.
I mean, we need somebody to live to tell the story.
I'm not going to try to open some door that's poisoning everything around it. I'll tell you that right now.
I will. Damn it, stay on the table.
We could bottle and sell the poison.
It's called the Tomb of Annihilation, not the Tomb of Idiots.
I mean, I'm the two of idiots. Stay on the table.
Geff, can you like cast like poison spray on this thing? Like I don't know, it seems to be releasing poison. Maybe it likes poison. I don't know.
18 on the strength check.
Makes logic to me. I'm going to try to poison spray it.
So, as the poison hits the door magically opens. Turns out the door was never spraying poison. Poison had been sprayed around the door.
Benning Chesterton.
Like I said, the plants around it seemed to have been killed by poison. It didn't say there was any poison coming out the door.
But you said recently too.
Yeah. Well,
this
recently for plants that have been in a massive poisoned area repeatedly.
Hey, I just want to let you guys know, why are you casting that spell? I just pushed the door open. It turns out magic's pretty weak.
So, make an investigation check for what you see on the inside.
That is a 23.
16.
Investigation?
Yep.
7.
Okay. So,
Really in my element here.
Haziri finds a little pouch inside of a Triceratops hide that contains about 800 silver pieces.
800 silver pieces. Awesome.
While Geth finds a pouch in there also that contains about 55 gold pieces and sees Kaziri, and the other pouch as well. While Benning finds 3 blue quartz rings, because you got, a 27 or something like that?
23.
23. Yeah, 3 blue quartz rings, and then you find another box that itself is worth, and it's made out of a skull, of 2 Velociraptor skulls technically, worth 12 gold pieces. It has a wand of fear within it, and 2 diamonds worth 500 gold piece, and a hollow dinosaur bone that has 5+1 sling bullets.
What?
Hey, wait. Okay, so 3 blue quartz rings,
Yep, 10 gold each.
10 gold each. You said something about a skull.
Yep, a skull box made out of 2 Velociraptor skulls that itself is worth 12 gold.
A wand of fear.
Mm-hmm.
2 diamonds worth 500 gold pieces.
Yep.
And then what was the last thing? It was a dinosaur bone.
5+1 sling bullets contained within a hollow dinosaur bone.
Hey, that's crazy. I have a sling.
No way.
Actually, no, I don't have a sling. I'm proficient with slings.
And that is the treasure of Needle's bones.
We did it.
Oh.
Now, how the hell are we going to get out of here?
I throw a rope down. Hold on to it while each of them come out of the hole.
Did that so begrudgingly, too.
So dejected. As I put this, come up, and there's still, fish teeth in my arm.
All right. Well, at this point, you're about midday. What do you want to do?
I hand Cloggy the box made out of Velociraptor skulls. Here you go, big guy. I think this could fetch you a little bit of money. Do I need to cast Identify on the wand or anything to figure out what it does?
We'll say that it's been said and done with already.
All right.
Just because, no real point. You guys are about to head back anyways, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys have, since you're about a day off of travel, you could make it about halfway there before the night is over with. Or the day is over with. That is what you so choose to do.
The Arakokra that brought us here are gone.
Yeah, they weren't going to hang around very long in the jungle unless they have to.
I have to mention, I really love getting kicked off this call 5 times in the game.
I don't understand why that keeps happening to you.
How far does the message spell work?
As far as it takes. That's not true. Let me look it up. I think it's only like a few hundred feet.
Yeah, it's not like sending.
Message is range 120 feet.
Ah, damn. What would you guys like to do then?
Would it be possible, with only 10 minutes in, and it's going to take us more than 10 minutes to resolve anything, calling it for the week?
Yeah, I mean, that would be fine. Or if you guys want to try and make the travel, we can try and make the travel. Tell you, odds are in your favor for being able to make it back to Kir Sabal without issue.
Well, if that's the case, let's do it.
Okay.
I would like to help Kaziri, like lend the help action to navigating, since he is the new mappiness.
So I get advantage +3.
Yep.
That's great because I rolled a 2 and a 10, so that becomes a 13 plus my survival. 14.
All right. We'll say that because of Benning's numerous times navigating and screwing up, he catches you this time.
Mm-hmm.
Before you manage to point everybody in the wrong direction, and you guys, he just kind of taps you on the shoulders and goes, "See the big pokey thing coming out of the ground? Yeah, we need to go that way, not the other one." And you guys manage to make it to the base of Kir Sabal by the afternoon of the next day, and flag down the Arakokra. Of course, Tabin's there. He's trying to teach your Triceratops how to play fetch.
Is it working?
It's not going very well. It's just kind of keeps laying on top of him. But you flag down some Arakokra, and this time they fly you to the top because you are actually welcome there.
Nice.
All right.
So you guys have made it back to Kir Sabal and have a safe place to spend your time and decide what you want to do next. So if we want to call it there, that would work.
That works for me.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay.
Well, thank you, gentlemen, for bearing with my first actual 4-hour full-blown session.
We've done 4 hours in this before.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
And
true.
I've improved a little bit since then.
Yep.
It makes it a little bit more tolerable.
Mm-hmm. I do, however, really need to get dinner.
Yeah. Champagne of beers, right?
Yeah.